and this is the year-end recap. Why doesn't everybody do?
Doo-doo.
We got our own Clika. Strong Clika. 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 That's all we got is Clika. 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 Can you respect?
Why doesn't everybody do?
Doo-doo. Doo-doo
Why
Brown.
doesn't everyone introduce
Doo-doo
themselves? Who's here today, Rick?
Why don't you just start all over, Dick?
Yeah, dude. Take it from the top. Tip it.
Fuck, those are the gayest fucking claps, Dick.
Well, I don't want to be too loud. Welcome to the Clika Podcast, episode 62. The year-end recap of 2019. Who's here today, Rick?
Rick.
DJ Hectick.
Joe.
And I am Chris.
Hi, Chris.
So what's up, guys? How did you feel about this year in the Clika Podcast?
It went
Fucking
by too
awesome.
quick, man. It went by way too fucking quick.
I think it did.
I'm just starting.
So let's talk about your episode,
Hey,
the Earthquake Cast.
that was different. So I came through. I DJ'd a set. An earthquake happened, and we rapped during the earthquake.
I think that was the first one. I can't find anything with it. Like you can find like TV shows and radio shows where there's an earthquake, but not a podcast.
We're the first to bring it to you live.
Yeah.
The first podcast with the earthquake. And we didn't panic or nothing. We didn't stop. We just kept going. We powered through the earthquake.
We laughed at the earthquake.
It was like a 7.1 or something like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
far away. I don't know what it was where we're at.
Well, we laughed at earthquakes that day.
Yeah. Fuck
We
you,
rapped
earthquake.
over earthquakes that day.
We just said fuck you, earthquake.
Fuck you, earthquake.
We
Get
said-
out of here.
We stared in the face of natural disasters and said, fuck you.
Yeah.
You imagine the house would have collapsed and then
Because that was an old-ass house. You know?
Fuck it, dude.
Baco has
Fuck
an
it.
old-ass house.
Then we died what we love doing.
right.
The only wreckage was the thumb drive that had the podcast episode unedited.
Imagine you just find that, dude. Like, what is this? Fucking delete. Never happened.
So let's talk about favorite albums. What was your favorite album that was released this year?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say that new Gangstar album, Gangstar for Life.
Hey.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck every album after that, because Gangstar just coming back like that to end out 2019. Like, I'm a huge Gangstar fan, so that did it for me. What about you?
Well, of course, it was Tool, Fear Inoculum. That was my favorite. Well, it's because I've been waiting, 13 years for that album to come out?
Wow.
At least.
So at least. So
What'd you like about it?
that it was out. It was out. I like my favorite song on the album was Tempest. I think that was my favorite album.
Why?
Favorite song of the album because the whole album was just off time. It was all in 7, which is crazy. Making a rock album that grooves in 7.
What does that mean?
It was 7 beats
Oh.
per measure.
Oh, okay.
Instead of 4/4, it was 7
Yeah.
7/21, 7/16, 7/7.
Oh.
So
That's different.
yeah, that is different. And just to bob your head to that, and just be able to bob your head to that was crazy. I really liked it. Rick?
Really didn't have anything favorite, dude. When did the Orcus album come out? Was that this year or last year?
I think that was last year.
Yeah. So I'll go back to 2018. That was my favorite album, dude.
The Orcus album?
Yeah.
I really liked that. It had a really strong beginning to that album.
Yeah, it's one of those albums that you could like listen to and do shit with.
It's
Yeah.
instrumental. Well, mostly instrumental.
I like instrumental albums.
Yeah, I had
It helps you get creative.
what was
It
that?
really does.
Was that a viola? Or what did she
Yeah,
play? Viola?
Yeah, we had Orcus on the podcast last year too. Not this year, but last. Right?
Yeah.
I'm all fucked up. That's how fucking quick it went by, dude. I don't remember shit.
This is 2018, 2019 is just blurring in
And
together.
I'm sorry, I feel under the weather, so my fucking head's like just fucking everywhere right now.
That's
dude.
cool. That's cool.
It's everywhere but here,
So how did they get...
But you're here.
physically.
There you go.
So Guru's been gone for a while. How did they get the... Do you know how they got his tracks?
You know what? That's kind of interesting you brought that up because I was gonna ask you. You know, it's been a while since Tool, you know, made their album, and it's the same thing with Gangstar. You know, Guru passed away. I don't know how long it's been. Like, I don't know, like what, 6-7 years, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So Primo obviously had all his vocals. They probably were working on a bunch of stuff before he passed away, and you know, Primo just did his thing with the beats, and man, the feeling I got when I first heard, you know, the first track, which was Loyalty, I didn't really like with J. Cole because I feel that J. Cole wasn't really locked into the track. He made it his own song, and, you know, Guru did his song, but I still liked it because for the fact that it was Gangstar, you know. And then just listening to Cole's part, because I'm a J. Cole fan. I like his stuff.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope.
Yeah, he's really dope. I don't know, maybe he just wasn't mature enough to rock on the Gangstar track, you know. I feel it was a miss with the lyrics, you know, but it was still cool. It's not whack. I still liked it, but I just think that, you know, Guru had his cut and J. Cole, it didn't vibe. But I like the song. And then the next song, Bad News, oh my God, that's my cut. That's that's a cut, dude. And then the one with MOP, oh man, it was really good, man. It just gave me chills. It's like, wow, that Bad News song is just, it's what everything that, you know, new version of hip hop is going through right now. It's just like everything he said, just
it's relevant still.
It nailed it. And, and it's just really good to hear that. And the video is even dope because
they have a video out for that.
Yeah, and Guru's son is like playing his part. It looks just like him.
That's dope.
And it's Primo, and it's just some real good, feel good hip hop music. Man.
I couldn't get past that song. I couldn't get past that song for a while. It took me a minute to get past that song.
Still on it.
I kept on playing that song over and over again. It was so good.
And you know what's cool? Me and my girl, we went to Austin, Texas for a graffiti expo. What was it called? The Emerge thing in Texas, and I got to play that song over there, and it was pretty fucking cool. I didn't premiere it, but I got to play it over there, and it was really cool. And everybody was feeling it. And I had I have a Guru drop. I got blessed by Guru before he passed away, and I got to, you know, play it, and that was my first song, and it just set off the vibe. And it was great, man. So that's, you know, that's my pick for the decade. You know, what about you, Joe?
I don't have one. I'm just open to everything.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Like for me, I didn't have a favorite album, but I discovered more music that I normally don't listen to, dude.
Like what?
Just you know what? Like I actually have a playlist now on my Spotify for hip hop because I was in a hip hop head, dude, and I little by little I'm listening to the older shit, dude.
Yeah.
And don't polar check me on the name, so it's pretty cool, dude. It's like listening to. I'm trying to start off from the beginning and work my way to current shit, dude, and
that's
just
cool.
kind of learn from it.
Well, I'm really happy to hear that. That's
pretty dope.
You gotta understand how huge it is because Rick doesn't like shit, and for him to start listening to that shit on his own is fucking that's a milestone right there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, it's a trip. It started with the People Under Stairs.
Oh man,
Double
K.
we're talking about it
Chaos. His dope.
Yeah, that show's fucking dope. It was a dope show. It was my first hip hop show last year, and you know, it took me. It took a lot for me to actually enjoy it, and I enjoyed it, dude.
That's clean.
You know, I love the performance. I love the energy these fuckers bring out, dude.
Yeah. It's like the essence of hip hop, man.
Yeah.
It makes you just like want to have fun. It's
does.
not like some pretentious bullshit cookie cutter corporate stuff.
Yeah.
You know, underground grassroots hip hop. It's really fun. You know, I get to take my son to events. You know, because he's old enough. You know, I roll with my girl and she sees what it's about. And you know, you guys seen it firsthand. And it's just some good time, like just
good
hanging
vibe,
out.
yeah.
Good vibe, smoking bud, drinking beers, talking to girlies. You know what I mean? And it's pretty fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And you could take your chick and everybody can have a good time. You know, I take my girl to all my events so she can see, like, oh, when I do some hip hop stuff, it's fun. It's all in the name of fun and skills and seeing graffiti, seeing breaking and seeing, you know, a DJ ripping it and then the MCs come out. It's pretty cool. Last week I was chilling at the Beachside show and Create was painting while I was spinning, and that's fucking cool as hell.
Yeah, he was vibing to your.
Yeah, and
to
I'm
your cuts.
vibing off what he's doing, and it's just like we're working together.
It's a synergy going on.
Yeah,
there.
it's great, man.
Yeah.
And then the LA Breakers came out, and I mean, it's the LA Breakers. What else can you say?
Yeah.
You know, that's a strong title to hold. But when they came out, they live up to the title.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Some
and that's the one I
motherfucker.
couldn't fucking go to.
Oh
dude.
man, it was pretty fucking cool. If you guys
I felt
could've
like
went.
fucking shit, dude. I felt like dog shit, man.
Wow, it was pretty cool because you know what? It was just us, and we're just feeding off each other, and it's hip hop is energy. You know, it's like it's just energy. Everybody feeding off the same thing. It's like with rock and roll, you know, like or hardcore metal. It's just like you know, it's a raw energy, and you feel it. You can feel it in the air.
Absolutely, it's the live energy. It's the live energy.
Yeah.
I mean, going on to see performers perform, even if they're DJs or b-boys or rockers or whatever. I mean, it's just that energy of live performance is just fucking amazing. Nothing compares to it.
Yeah, and you know what? It was crazy because I was listening to KCRW, and man, what's the guy's name? You guys probably know. He's a rocker. He's an actor too. Big buff dude, white dude. He has a flat top. He came out in Heat. He's a punk rocker, straight up punk rocker.
Punk rocker that came out in Heat.
Yeah. We'll Google that later.
Yeah.
But I was listening to it, and I was driving my son home, and we're listening to it, and it was a little weird. And I was like, "You want me to change it?" And he was like, "Nah, leave it." It was fucking weird. Huh. And he gets because he's 4 years old. He's on the Michael Myers kick of all things. And he was like, "It's Michael Myers," and we're listening to it, and it was pretty fucking cool. And we're listening to straight up punk rock. And it was really cool, man. The name is killing me. But when I mention his name, you guys will get it. I'm gonna Google that shit in a second.
It's not Tom Sizemore, is it?
Henry Rollins.
Oh yeah, it was Henry Rollins. Yeah, he was in Heat.
Yeah.
Him.
Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait, flat top.
And he DJs on KCRW, and
Does he really?
And he plays like some obscure punk rock shit.
Yeah.
And I was checking it out with my son, and it was pretty fucking dope.
I read his books. I read a couple of his books. And he always goes into these obscure bands that he's into.
And it was pretty badass. And it was kind of like some underground hip hop shit because, you know, it was like, you know, like vibey, and it was all about the music, and you're just checking it out, and it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I gotta give a shout out to Rabbit from the B-Side Show.
Oh, yeah.
When I went to go take a picture at the Conejo show, he saw me in the crowd, and he gave like Clika a shout out, dude.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Hey, they got love for us, man.
Yeah,
Big shout out to Killer Denny.
Shout out to the B-Side show.
Yeah. What's up
That was dope, dude. I didn't expect that shit, dude.
That's cool.
You know, people forget about us.
Nah, we're on the map. We're on the map. And now, I heard some other. Are you guys listening to punk rock shit?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I listened to KCRW today. That's my shit. It's a band. They're from the 70s, and they had a song called Tourists Suck. Like, tourists suck. Tourists suck. But it's your daughter I want to.
So fuck.
Yeah.
What is that, man?
I don't know.
That's going back.
Yeah, it's going back, and the guys were saying it's like, man, I wrote that when I was in my teens.
Oh shit, dude.
But now I'm a father. Now, you know, I'm a son, you know, and now, you know, I'm a husband.
Yeah.
And I regret writing shit like that because he was like, first, you know, now I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And if some fucking snotty-nosed kid goes
Fucking
around singing
karma.
that, yeah, he was like, ow, I hate that.
That's musical karma, man.
So it was pretty interesting. And then, you know, he was talking to his homie. I guess he was the guitarist, and his friend was the lyricist and vocalist, should I say.
Yeah.
And he was like, fuck, man, you know, we were just some wild punks doing some crazy shit. The vocals were off the beat, and the guitar, I was barely like... And he said, I saw a picture of my friend, my best friend on the mic, beating his chest with his eyes closed, screaming punk rock shit into the mic while I was like adamant about shredding a guitar. Didn't really know how to play. Yeah. And I was like, man, that's some hip hop shit. Like,
yeah, it is, dude. Shit.
Yeah, and they were just in the studio, and it was interesting to see his perspective now, like at 50, 60 years old. but he was playing it and he was like, I still like the song.
Yeah.
I don't live those things anymore.
Well, it's crazy how many that generation of punk rockers like grew up and they completely just left the scene, dude.
Yeah.
They're not about that shit. And then you have the guys that are still in it, still fucking doing it, dude. It's amazing to see that shit, man.
Yeah, the guy was like 60 years old, still talking about,
Yeah.
you know, like, fuck yeah, let's fuck this shit up.
Yeah, like it's like my favorite band, Sick of It All. They've been doing it fucking 30 plus years now, dude.
Damn.
You know,
30.
That's almost my entire life.
They've been doing it since 1987, right?
86, 87, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been 87 to 2019.
That's 32 years, dude.
Yeah.
And then you look at Slayer, fucking doing it for what? Since what? 82,
81.
Fuck, dude.
81.
And then look at their perspectives now.
Look at their body of work. You know, just
Yeah. Well, fucking Tom Mariah is all Christian and shit, dude.
all right wing liberal and shit.
Right, dude. And he doesn't even believe in the lyrics no more. He just fucking sings it. It sells a following.
Well, I mean, he didn't write the lyrics, respectively. I mean, it was
Yeah.
Kerry King that wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, but he believed in it somewhat. Back
Yeah.
then.
Oh, yeah. You gotta believe in your band, at least. You know,
Should take the microphone into the bathroom.
we should.
Oh, your ears a blop.
Maybe we could hear him pee. Nope, we can't hear him pee.
Find the sound effect of a kiss.
You know, it's weird because I grew up listening to punk rock, and the older I get, the more I enjoy it. Do you get that feeling, like with like with Sick of It All and like the bands you're into?
I don't know. I don't know if I enjoy it more, but can you hear him? That's hectic taking a piss, dude.
Jesus Christ, dude. Hope he shakes it before he comes back. Wash your hands, hectic.
I did.
Now, who's taking a piss?
That was me.
Listen. He's
I guess this is my beer since I wrote my name on it.
No, like I've always liked Sick of It All. I think it's more of trying to find other bands or like them that I like, and it's kind of hard for me, dude. Like, I haven't found anything really new to like.
So what are your basics of comparison? I mean, what would you like to like? I mean,
It's just a feeling you get from listening to certain things. It's not so much, sound like them, but get that same feeling.
that same vibe.
Yeah, it's not even a vibe. It's just a feeling, dude. Like I can listen to any Sick of It All album anytime, no matter how I'm feeling, and it's gonna fucking bring me up.
That's dope.
There's not too many bands out there that do that to me, dude.
There's a lot of bands out there that are just as good as Sick of It All. I wouldn't say as good as Sick of It All, or just as good, but they're in that same genre.
Yeah, but they don't bring me up like Sick of It All. Like I found the Step Ahead
Step
on
ahead.
YouTube,
Yeah.
and fucking ended up buying the cassette on eBay, and listening to that shit brought back good fucking memories, dude. I don't know if you remember that shit.
Yeah, if I
but
can't remember that shit. That shit was bad.
the cassette that we had going around, and nobody knew who the fucking band was when we were
That's
kids.
badass.
And then we found out who it was, and then I had a really shitty copy of it, lost it, found it again. Then we're searching. My friend Jeff brought it up one day on just texting, and I'm going, dude, I haven't heard that fucking song in a long fucking time. I had another CD of theirs, but it wasn't the same.
It was just some obscure punk rock band that we all fell in love with. We didn't know who the
Yeah.
fuck they were.
Hell
And
yeah.
so then fast forward a few weeks after that, after I talked to Jeff, and then he sent me a link to YouTube. He goes, oh shit, this guy just uploaded the whole fucking cassette, dude. And then I ended up posting that shit online, and one of the guys that works with me, he knows the band.
Oh.
So he goes, I know those guys, this and that. So then on eBay, just happened to be searching on eBay. Let me see if I can fucking find anything. Found the fucking original cassette on there, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I started looking through Instagram for a step ahead. You get all this baby shit. And sorry, I can't fucking talk that much.
Get this guy a beer.
Fuck
Yeah,
no. That's the
yeah,
worst
no.
thing to drink right now, dude.
It's the best.
So, anyways, I found a shirt, and then I hit up a guy like, oh, this badass fucking step ahead shirt that he posted. And he goes, yeah, I know those guys too. So I was like, fucking hell, dude. They've been around us the whole time. We just didn't bother looking.
That's
you know?
badass.
But Step Ahead and Sick of It All are like my two go-to bands to bring me up. And I can't find anybody to match that, dude.
Dude, you know what I like about punk rockers and like hardcore hip hoppers is like they just don't give a fuck. They're
Yeah.
like, you know what? Like, cause I worked at studios. I used to work at the Village Recorder in Santa Monica. I worked at some fucking studio right off Cahuenga. It's right there by the Jack in the Box. It's a pretty famous studio. I worked there, and I talked to like rockers and shit, and they're real technical. Oh yeah, well I use this fucking guitar and this fucking pedal.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, dude. Like straight up, and they know it, dude. And oh, dude, we're gonna do this and that. I'm like, oh, fuck you guys, you know what I mean? But punk rockers is like, fuck it, dude. Nobody likes our fucking music. We like our fucking music. These motherfuckers like our music. We're just gonna party and fuck this place up. And that's how hip hoppers are too. It's like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
If they don't like us, they don't consider us musicians. Fuck it. We're not. We don't want to be. We're DJs. We're fucking breakdancers. We're like fucking rappers. We rap over crazy shit.
Yeah.
And like rockers are like that too. Like they don't give a fuck. They're like, did you see that shit on the news where some fucking punk rockers went to a goddamn Denny's and tore that shit up?
Oh yeah, dude. What, last week?
Yeah, and then
that shit was funny, dude.
they interviewed the main rocker, and he was like, "Well, some dude hired us over Instagram." And I said, "Are you sure this is cool?" That guy knew it wasn't fucking cool to go to a goddamn Denny's, but he was like, "Yeah, I'll talk to the manager." He rolled up,
Dude.
and they tore that place up, dude. They
no
fucking
shit.
destroyed the goddamn.
They're fucking pitting in the aisles where people are eating, dude.
Wow.
They tore the goddamn Denny's up. They did a punk rock show in Denny's, and it was a real punk rock show. They were like literally swinging from the chandelier.
dude.
They didn't give a fuck.
That, you know, I'm kind of glad that happened, but
Me
only
too.
$1,800 worth of damages. That's it, dude.
Well,
Hey.
the Grand Slams are pretty cheap. You know,
I
they're
know.
like
But you know what's
$3.99.
cool? Green Day, the fucking original rockers, they paid the ticket.
Oh, did they?
That's
No
fucking
shit, dude.
cool,
Hell yeah,
man. Because those guys are real rockers, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
But, you know, it's that spirit of just like not giving a fuck and believing in your
Yeah.
music.
It's the free spirit.
And just rocking to it. It's like, fuck it. And nobody likes it. Fuck them then. We
Yeah.
like it. And we're just going to play loud,
Dude.
jam hard, and rock shit.
We've been to punk rock shows at mechanic shops, at fucking
Yeah.
people's living rooms, fucking garages, backyards. Fucking what's the weirdest one you went to, dude?
The mechanic shop.
Mechanic shop,
The
right?
mechanic shop was pretty fucking
Was it
weird.
Tweety? I think it was on Tweety.
It was on.
Tweety.
I can't remember.
Fuck.
It was on
That's
Long. It was on Long Beach Boulevard. It was-
Jesus.
Long Beach and Tweety. Yeah, that's all I remember. We took the
Yeah.
bus there or some
It's a
shit, dude.
fucked
It was a-
up area.
Yeah, dude. But it was a cool ass fucking
Yeah.
show, man. It goes industrial, so it stayed open till
Oh,
1, 2 in the
man.
morning, man.
Jeez.
My favorite place to play was a fucking fucking house that was burned down
Fuck yeah.
completely, and it was just completely gutted. It was just like a warehouse like this.
Yeah.
I DJ some sketchy ass spots. Like, whose fucking house is this? Like, don't just set up. Like, all right, fuck it.
Fuck.
Like, just play the fucking music until the cops come and then we bounce. Like, fuck it, dude. Set it up.
That's right.
I went to one show when I was younger. That was off the 15. When you get to that Arrow Highway or whatever, there's a AM/PM that everybody goes to before they go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Right across the way from the freeway, there's a single house standing out there.
Shit.
And I went to a show there one fucking time, dude. It was fucking crazy, man. We all, like 7 of us in the car, fucking went there. We don't know anybody there. We just went because it was like, oh, it's that one house, dude.
7 in a car.
Oh,
a
yeah,
car.
dude. Yep.
Who was in the trunk?
You know what? Poser. My friend Poser was in the trunk.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was like me, Tito, fucking Poser, Billy, fucking, and I don't remember everybody else who went, but it was fucking funny, dude.
Let me ask. Did you guys go a block further to let the guy out of the trunk and then?
No, we pulled
at
up to the
spot.
front, yeah, dude.
That's a dick.
Because that was it was
a
an
fucking
abandoned
straight
house.
dick
That's
move right
fucked
there.
up.
Hey, it was a nobody cared. Dude. It was punk rock.
Yeah, it was
dude.
fucking poser. Yeah, who gives a fuck about poser?
Fucking the house is abandoned and everybody's already in the fucking back, so nobody's in the street right there. So we pulled up and that was it, dude.
I had to do that once. I was like, hey, fuck that shit, dude. At least go a block further so I can get out and then I'll walk back. And what did they do? Right in the spot. So I get out like, oh, man. Fucking
here.
chicks looking like, look at that guy in the trunk.
Dude, I remember when I had my show in my backyard. This mom dropped off her son and some kids with him, And then she's like, "Are you the one organizing this party?" And the kids are all like punk rock kids. I'm like, "Yeah, we'll take care of them. We'll take good care of them."
Oh, great.
And those kids are embarrassed as fuck, dude.
Dude, they got fucking swallowed in that fucking pit, didn't they?
Dude, it was a big fucking pit, dude. It was like 250. It was, 250 people?
About 250 people in that pit, dude, for ice cream, man.
Yeah, for Dad's a Punk, dude.
That was a bad pit.
They had no idea what punk was until that
dude,
day.
we
You're gonna learn
promoted,
today.
dude. We promoted the fuck out of this show, dude.
How did we fucking pull that shit off, dude?
I don't know, man. We just started telling people like everybody felt like it was their show. Dude. I think that's what it was.
I think I was like 19. Rick was like 17.
Nah, hell no, dude. That was 94, dude.
Jeez. Oh shit. So I was 18, and then Rick
You weren't
was,
even 18 at the time. I think you were like 17, dude. Yeah.
94, I was 17. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So fucking, it was like I just want to throw a fucking show, dude. I talked to my neighbors. Everybody's cool, and then. Next time we're making fucking flyers and we're passing them out. My friend Bobby's fucking mobbing up a high school, dude.
We made a stage and shit, dude.
Damn.
Yep. This is my first show, dude. Not even organizing anything in my life, dude.
We fucking pulled that shit off, dude. That shit was fun.
Dude, I had to call the cops on me to fucking shut it down, dude.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
Like the last band played, but people still hanging around. Like, fuck, let me call the cops.
It's, you know those apartment buildings where they have like the fucking parking lot in the back, you know? That's how it was.
Yeah.
So
It was fucking
it was
packed,
just a
dude.
big open area, dude. It was going on to like 3 to fucking 12, wasn't it?
Well, it was supposed to end at 12. I think we got everybody out there by 1.
Yeah, so it was like 3 in the afternoon and 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was a fucking big ass show.
I called the cops on myself before at a party. I'm like, dude, when the fuck am I gonna leave?
Well, dude, I had told my neighbors we're gonna be done by midnight. And everybody's cool as fuck, dude. Everybody was cool, man. Even the neighbors like hanging around their roofs looking and shit, dude.
Fuck it.
But yeah, it had to be done, dude.
Yeah, and the cops they come like, oh, I gotta go.
Yep.
I gotta go. They're gonna take my shit.
Yep. Exactly,
Like,
man.
didn't you call? Like, no, dude. It didn't fucking call you
See,
guys.
and
Really?
see, like hectic is just like just affirming my theory about the kinship between punk rock and hip hop.
There is.
There's a lot of similarities to him.
There's a lot of similarities.
And if you watch the movie, the documentary Scratch,
Yeah.
they even mentioned that.
Yeah.
Like at the first like functions, all the punk rockers from CBGB or whatever the fuck it was, they used to go to the spot and they'll hang out because they were like New York gutter punks.
Yeah, and they had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
And they saw the hip hop shit and they're like, all right, fuck it.
Well, CBGB was also a hip hop spot too.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
You know,
they did shit there.
yeah, it wasn't. It was known as for its punk shit, but it was never really known for his hip hop. It was known for that.
It was like it was the movement. It was the new shit.
Yeah.
Punk rock was new. Punk rock started when hip hop started.
Yeah.
About the
Exact
same time.
About
Yep.
77, yeah.
Yeah, about the same time. Like breaking and graffiti. Because punk rockers used to tag and shit too.
We were all street kids. That's what it was. We were
Sid
all-
Vicious would tag his name on his fucking shirt before that shit was cool.
Yep.
You know, and I was watching it's one of my favorite punk rock documentaries. It's called American Hardcore. And one of my all-time favorite punk bands, which is Bad Brains.
Oh yeah, Bad Brains. I heard about them.
They're like Rasta punk, and
shit.
they fucking they talked about being in a fucking squat, you know, like just fucking squatting at somebody's house and then fucking recording an album there, you know, and then I saw what was it? It saw something on YouTube about hip hoppers in the 70s and early 80s and how they used to do that shit too, and I'm like, dude, that's what the fucking Bad Brains used to do.
Yeah,
They used to just fucking record in some fucking spot and just some.
They still fucking do it, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, my friend Dingy, grew up with this guy, met him in high school, a little punk rock kid. Anyways, I talked to him not so long ago, and he told me that the Subhumans, which is another underground, pretty big fucking punk band, was staying at his house while they were playing over here, dude.
That's badass.
So it's like they still fucking do it to this day, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you get on a bus, you get on a plane, you fucking tour, and then you just look for a fucking place to sleep later. You know, and then like most of the time, 9 times out of 10, if you're a well-respected band, somebody's gonna offer you a place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
You know, or you stay with the other bands that live in the city.
yeah, you're
you
rocking out like, hey, you want to crash at the pad? Like,
Yeah, and then you
yeah.
fucking get on the bus in the morning and take off to the next city, dude, and just do the same shit over and over again.
that's what you know. What when I went to the that jam out in Austin the last time, when was it? When did we go over there? December, November, some shit like that. November. It was pretty much Sloke from CBS. said, "Hey, you guys, you can crash at my pad." And he had all kinds of other artists passing through.
Yeah.
But we stopped, for the show that day. I did my part. Everybody else did their part. But Sloke offered up the pad. Like, hey, you guys can crash here for the 3-day thing that we're doing. Okay, cool. So I met Jazz and I met some other fools. And, we're just all artists chilling in the same pad. And I think that was really cool what Sloke did because he hosted us. And it was just all kinds of artists under one roof. And we were just vibing out. And hopefully I get to see him again when we go back.
Yeah.
And it was pretty freaking cool, man. It was really nice. And it was that spirit again. I saw Jez over there and he was a straight up bomber. And he was doing the show and then he bounced to like Louisiana and he was going through all kinds of, he's still bombing since that day. And so am I in my, respected field, and it's just that spirit. Just, you're out there just rocking, dude. You're just bombing,
Because Slope understands that we're all part of the same movement.
Yeah.
It's a family, and it's a relationship between the art and the music and the whole scene.
Yeah.
And that's why he does what he does.
And, we should put that together. I have a bunch of interviews from, a bunch of talented artists like, like Mez Data or Jez and Sloke himself and Jibs and pretty much all his whole crew from Austin. And I thought that was pretty cool because it was a real treat because those guys don't do interviews. Their anonymity, their the mystery is the secret. You see the work, but you don't know the artist.
Yeah. And
sometimes they don't want to be known for whatever reasons they have. And, if you're into the graffiti scene, then you know the reasons. But I got interviews from them. We should edit that out. And,
fucking dope, dude.
And it'll be pretty cool, man, because maybe we can do it before the 24th when the second Emerge thing is coming through. It's at a Mexican-American museum of art, which is pretty cool.
Where at?
In Austin.
In Austin, Texas?
On the 24th, yeah. So hopefully that gig will turn into another gig over there. And hopefully I found a little niche over there because Sloke is the mayor of Austin, man, when it comes to graffiti. And I think, the whole movement with hip-hop and punk rockers, they like to write on walls and tear shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like anarchy and shit like that. And just fuck the rules and, the music is first, Like I would say hip-hop don't stop. And punk rock probably has their little thing too. And it's pretty fucking cool. And, they have their style of dress and we have our style of dress. But it's the same spirit.
It's the same subculture, basically.
Yeah.
Just in living parallel lives.
It's funny saying that. Like a lot of those taggers or writers, they have their own little secret life going on and shit, dude. I know one dude is I'll say his name because I won't say his last, but Hector, he's a pretty big fucking tagger.
Oh yeah.
And in real life, he's a fucking executive, dude.
Oh shit.
So it's like holy shit, he has his little secret fucking life to him, man.
What crew is he from?
None. He's just on his own, dude. He's been doing it since I known him in junior high.
What's his writing name?
I want to put that out.
Oh, okay. Tell me later.
Yeah. Yeah, but fucking, that's a trip, dude. It's a fucking trip how they're still doing that shit, man.
You know what? I won't say the tag name or his name either because people will probably put two and two together. But I got the interview from him, too. He's a...
Shout out to Chaka.
Hey, Chaka's crazy, man.
He's a businessman now.
He's the Don, man. The original LA bomber. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody's name all over LA like that, dude. That motherfucker was
He wasn't even in
He tagged in the elevator at the courthouse.
Yeah,
dude. He tagged on a New York cop car.
Yep.
He
recently.
Yeah.
Recently, man.
Like I heard a rumor where he took a skateboard from LA to San Diego. He just bombed the whole way.
No shit, dude.
Damn it.
He's the Don, dude. He's the original LA bomber. That guy is fucking insane. But yeah, back to the artist. He had a perfect name. It was a 4-letter name. He rocked it. His grandfather gave me his name. Very talented. And he's a school teacher.
Yeah.
Fucking like second, third grade.
A lot of them are teachers,
It's
dude.
fucking crazy,
They'll
dude.
feel that and know they're still
Fucking
fucking
crazy.
teachers, man.
And he was straight up bomb, and he would, oh man, he's from CBS, and he represents, and like, man, he, like, you see his name, you're like, oh man, who's that guy? That guy looks fucking crazy, dude. You would imagine some kind of like, you know, crazy guy,
Sick ass fool.
yeah, sick ass fool, like with long socks because he was down.
Yeah.
But it was quite the opposite, dude. Manicured hair, like very, you know, like, and he was a straight up teacher. He was like, yeah, on Monday I go back to school, and this is what I do on the weekend.
That's
Trip,
dope.
the fucking trip.
I was
dude.
like, shit, dude, that's pretty fucking cool. But you know what? It's that spirit, you
Yeah.
know, because when you're looking at the image that he's leaving for you behind to see, it's like, oh man, that's straight up wild style. That's that rock. That's
Yeah.
that fucking graffiti rock. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, who did that? And little did you know, it was a fucking little.
My second favorite writer, Hunter S. Thompson, he wrote Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's a book based on his life, basically. Supposedly, it's a true story. And he said that graffiti is the last form of free speech.
Yeah,
That's what
I
he
would
said.
say so. I would say so. I think if my favorite artist.
No. He said it was the final form of free speech.
Huh? I could see that. And like real rappers, you know, like they're like J. Cole and like Kendrick, like someone doesn't follow the corporate, you know, that
The status quo.
yeah. You know, I feel that my favorite artist is a surrealist, Salvador Dali. I think if he was still alive, he would be doing graffiti. I really think so.
I always said that Vago was a cross between Salvador Dali and a fucking dope ass graffiti writer.
Yeah, I think he's been influenced by him.
Yeah, of
But
course.
then again, who hasn't?
Yeah, we would talk about him all the time.
Yeah, but Salvador Dali, I think he would. Or what was the other? The guy who did. He had a light pen and he did a bowl. You guys know that one? I'll think of his name later, but I think that he will be into graffiti because I think it's like it's a very taboo media that people are afraid to talk about.
You know, it's getting more mainstream, like with a lot of like Shepard Fairey and
Shepard Fairey.
fucking what's his name, Space Invader.
Yeah, or like the Art Basel Wynwood Walls thing. You
Yeah.
know, it's very there's very corporate, but and that's cool. Like the guys who do the corporate thing and the guys who get paid to do big, huge walls. You know what I mean, with the permission and stuff. But I roll with bombers. You know what I mean? I roll with like straight up bombers and like people who don't want to be known.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of style of
It's that
rap that
there's
I'm
a
into.
mystique to it, dude.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. There's a mystique to it, man.
And I chill with them because I'll just say it. I don't like chilling with posers. You know what I mean? So if you're like some rich kid who saw graffiti and started doing that shit and you get paid for
Fucking
it.
art school
Yeah.
major and shit.
Yeah, fuck that. That's cool and everything. I don't knock their hustle because they're getting paid for it and it's art and you can't hate on art. But, I like to see people like my friends who were bombers and they just straight up got their respect and their fame from bombing streets and bombing trains and bombing, all that cool shit. And then they moved up to doing,
The corporate shit.
yeah, because that's cool.
Well, that's with the Shepard Fairey was like that, and what's his name? Banksy. Banksy was still like fucking. He doesn't sell his own art.
I've never cared for any of those two guys, dude.
Banksy?
Never,
Those
man.
guys are cool. We Pace is cool. I like straight up fucking cans. They're racking and they go bomb.
Yeah.
And they run for cops and they're bombing buses or fucking getting grills or hitting destinations or like fucking rocking whole all cities and shit. Shit like that. I like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I'm in the middle. I like the upper playground. I like those fools from Frisco up there.
Yeah.
San Flores. I love all those fuckers, dude.
Like we Pacers, they're cool. They got their own little lane and stuff, but I'm kind of traditional where I like bombers.
Yeah.
I like fools have backpacks and skaters and like Chaka, you said, you know what I mean? Like they'll fucking be skating. They have their backpack full of cans that they just racked and boom, they take it down and just rock the whole fucking bus, hit destination, the grill and all that shit, and then fucking bounce and move on. Like, and then they can sell a $400 painting.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh yeah, I'll fucking buy a Chaka piece before I buy any other pieces. You know what I mean? Because that's an original LA bomber.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
So what's the rule with the buses? I mean, I remember like growing up in the 80s and the early 90s.
90s.
Yeah, I mean, they were just like fucking buses would bomb like the fuck out, and now nobody touches buses anymore.
Because you can't. You know what? Because in New York, they had the
cameras.
L's, the elevated trains. They had subways and shit like that. But this is LA. What do we have? The RTD.
Yeah, but still, nobody tags in the buses anymore.
You can't because they have cameras
Yeah.
and you know they have protective grills where you grab that shit and it breaks on purpose. You know, but in my day, fuck man, if you rock the grill and everybody seeing you do that shit, they're like, oh shit. What you do is you jump on the bumper, you grab the grill part of the exhaust, and you write your whole shit on there. You write your crew or you write your name, and then boom, you rock the grill. If you can do that successfully and get away, like you were the man. As crazy as that sounds for people who not into that shit.
I still remember junior high days. Fucking, there was a mob that'll fucking just tag up a whole
The
bus.
whole bus.
The
and
fucking windshield.
and the fucking bus driver in there just like, God damn it. Like, fuck, I gotta get to the next spot. And these fucking kids are riding on my shit. And then you were the man if you did the grill. But if you did destination, which means where the bus is going and you're riding on the fucking windshield,
Yeah.
you're holding onto the windshield wiper, and the bus driver's like, fuck these motherfuckers, dude.
I seen one kid on the back of the bus while I was driving, fucking just mobbing up, dude.
Yeah.
was
The
fucking
bus is
crazy,
moving
dude.
while
Yeah.
they're doing that. So the idea is you jump on when he gets on, you hit that shit, and then to the next stop, then you jump off.
Yeah.
And then when you jump off, you can write your name on the bumper, or usually what you write your name, your crew on the grill, and then when you jump off, your name on the bumper.
Yeah.
If you're a badass.
Yeah, I remember having just making line drawings of the bus, and then we'll fucking draw what we want to tag on that shit, dude. The old piece books.
Yeah. So if you really did it, one guy did the grill, one guy did destination, and then a couple guys did the windows, and then you just bombed that shit, dude. And it was cool for a minute, but then people started getting busted, and then they started handing out felonies for it. So then the kids stopped, and then they started
Felonies?
and then they start putting cameras on the thing. So it's like, okay, so
And now they put that fucking film on the window so you can't even scribe or fucking tag on it.
Nothing,
They just peel
yeah.
it off, dude.
yeah.
It's like, fuck that, man.
So, you know, I can understand, you know, when we were a kid, it's like that spirit. But in reality, you're a fucking asshole tearing shit up. And some guy my age, like where I am now, had to clean that shit.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, dude, this sucks, dude. I got a fucking hangover and all these goddamn kids running the motherfucking bus. And I'm doing fucking overtime and I got to clean this shit before I go home.
Well,
I'm not trying to go home. Fuck these kids.
You know the one thing I don't like nowadays is that sprayer. How they fucking, I
the
don't like
buff.
that, dude.
The buffer.
Yeah, dude, I don't fucking like that, man.
Don't they use like a fire extinguisher or something like that?
It could
Oh,
be-
that shit's ugly, dude.
Yeah, I don't like
know
that
what you're
shit,
talking
dude.
about.
Yeah, they fucking use it's a fire extinguisher. It could be a fucking pumper. One
Yeah.
of those little sprayers. It could be anything, dude.
Yeah, they put paint the water.
Because
fire
we
extinguisher.
tried out with regular paint and a super soaker a long time ago, and it was fucking messy, dude.
I think it's cool if you're doing a battle, but just to get up like that,
It
like,
looks ugly, dude.
unless you have can control with it, and you probably don't. I seen it; it's ugly.
Yeah, I haven't seen any good ones, dude.
No.
Fuck all that, man.
Not at all.
Yeah, I started trying to tag when I was younger. It was payaso, but it shit did not fuck it. It didn't carry with me, dude. I just didn't like destroying people's shit, man.
Damn.
Like I seen where they tag up on front of somebody's house, dude. I was like,
That's
nah,
not
that's not
cool.
cool at all, dude.
You know,
businesses is still not cool, but I get it more than a fucking regular house, dude.
You know what? My homie Jezer, a bomber from CBS, he says he's got some rules. He said I won't get up on somebody's house or if it's a mom and pop business, I'll get up on some city shit like a bus stop.
On some Starbucks shit?
Yeah, I'll get up. Well, he said like I won't get up on a business. I'll get up where it's gonna where it won't get buffed out, and where a mom and pop doesn't have to come out of their pocket. So he won't bomb their garage, or he said I'll do the curb because the city will buff that out.
But the fucking gangs are the ones attacking the houses and shit.
Nah, I seen some taggers hit up houses, dude.
It's the toys.
Yeah.
Because a real gangster won't do shit like that.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to fuck up the program and like bring heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want to be seen, you know? It's usually fucking little kids, dude.
The youngsters, the peewees.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember my neighbor, Andy, when I used to live in apartments.
Andy.
Andy and Gustavo.
Okay, yeah.
They tagged up their fucking roof. Their own roof. They fucking tagged up.
Good.
Dude.
You know what a Mexican dad will say? He say, "Hey, go right on your fucking ass. You want to ride on something."
Well, the parents never saw it, dude.
Well, if you Google our homeboy's house, it still has TBV on it.
Yeah.
With the anarchy sign on it.
Hell yeah.
Dude, there used to be a warehouse next to us. Every time it was like one of those businesses that would just keep going out of business, dude. So we would go in there and we'll just go mob up the fucking walls. That's like that. That's as crazy as I got right there.
Damn.
And then we did the outside one day and fucking, it was Christmas time and I don't know what the fuck we thought of, dude, but we started collecting all the Christmas trees from the area, dude.
Oh, no.
And we put it in the parking lot.
And you burned them.
We burned it. But at the same time, all the work we did, all the paint was melting off the fucking walls, dude.
Hey.
Didn't that fire get so high it was hitting the power lines? It was hitting the fucking power lines,
Dude,
bro.
it was at least 40 trees, dude. We were on our skateboards bringing these things, dude.
Gang of Christmas trees. That shit was fucking bright.
That whole street lit up, dude. It was fucking funny, man.
Joe. Come here.
You're gonna break the chair.
Fuck it. No, you're gonna talk. Tell me how you feel about graffiti and the things that you've been exposed to since, like, doing all these shows and stuff. What do you see?
She's shaking her head.
What do I think? I think it's awesome. It's exciting. It's,
Why? Why?
Why is it exciting?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm there live and I get to see that, and that's something that I never thought I would be able to. That's
Sorry.
nice.
Wow.
Be
I was
able
trying to hold it.
To see, very educational. You get to learn a lot of the background and of the actual artists themselves. And what was your other question?
You ever see stuff like that?
No, never.
So what do you think?
I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I think it's very educational in a way. It can be. It's good for the newcomers that are coming out. I thought it was nice. And when I went to Texas, it was nice too.
That was cool, right?
It was very. It
Just
was
the-
fun.
the
Very
family
fun.
vibe.
Yes,
And, like,
very humble, and I'm glad we're going out again.
see, the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure it's when all genres of music, when you earn your stripes in the underground, and when you earn your stripes in the underground, and I told my girl this, like, watch how they treat us when we go over there, like. It's not about this or that or money or nothing like that. It's your props in the street and your name and the things you contributed to hip hop when you're chilling with other people on the same level, the same kind of respect and how they treat you. It's just like, man, this is family. Like when you were saying punk rockers would rock the crowd and they're with another band and they're like, oh, come chill with us and come stay with us, and it's that same type of level, right? And you seen it firsthand. It's something you're not really used to, and I told you when I first met you, like, all right, I do hip hop and stuff like that. So now seeing it firsthand, like, you get to see kind of like how it is. So what do you think? Like,
I think it's fresh. I
Yeah.
like it.
Did you expect it to be something like that?
No, never.
What'd you think?
Very exciting. Something that that is very memorable. This is something that I can say. Hey, I've done that before, and not be backstage and see everybody rocking out and meet the DJs and all the artists, and I met a lot of very, very, very talented artist.
Like who?
I don't want. I
Kid
know
Frost.
some of the names. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
Mellow Mayonnaise.
Yes, I did take pictures with them. Also, like with the CBS crew, met a few of those guys.
Sloke.
Yes.
And Jazz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you were able to do some work with them. That was cool.
That was
I like
cool.
that.
You know, because when we saw Kid Frost and Mellow Mayonnaise, actually my friend George, that rolls with Psycho Realm, he's starting to DJ and stuff. And when I first met him, you know, it was a trip because we kind of knew the same people, but it was kind of, you know, we never knew each other.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're talking with your band, you know, and the guy you met, and the whole that's a whole nother conversation, me and him. But randomly he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, Hectic, man, I'm gonna do this. I'm starting to DJ and collecting 45s and stuff, and I'm gonna do a set. Can you help me?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll help you. Like, what do you need help with? Like, how to DJ?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, let me
I
ask
thought
you.
that was pretty cool.
Let me ask you a DJ question. When you're getting ready to perform, and you're thinking of a set, what's the most important thing, like as far as like
The vibe that I'm trying to set.
the vibe you're trying to set? Like, well, say hey, like Clika wants you to do a DJ set tomorrow night. Where do you start?
Well, you know what? I'll start with the first night I came here with the earthquake that I came through. So I didn't know any of you guys. I knew Mino, I knew Bago. You know, I didn't know you, and I didn't know Chris. I didn't know Rick. You know, but knowing Bago and like his set standards of his music, and knowing Mino and how he gets down and stuff, I'm like, all right, this is for the heads. How am I going to represent at a show I've never been to? So, you know, I kind of looked into it and kind of checked out the fans. I'm like, okay, they have a deep appreciation for music, so I'm going to come with it. Because Bago, he's man, he digs. And plus he knows. And Mino, too, he's a DJ, you know, he's a turntablist. So I'm like, okay, so now I got to come through and represent for those two. And the other two, I'm going to put on a show. So when I came through, you know, I brought my obscure records because Bago is a record collector, so is Mino. He gets the labels and stuff. So I was like, okay, so now I'm putting, you know, when I play my records, I'm gonna play them for diggers. I'm gonna play them for turntablists. I'm gonna play them for scratch DJs, so they know when I come through, like, not only am I repping for the show, but also for the listeners because they have an appreciation for our music, you know, music. So, like, when we DJ'd our live events, you know, numerous cats, they were, like, getting down. So I'm like, okay, so now I know what kind of show it is. So these are the kind of records I'm going to play because I need to get attention for the people in the place to be, and then the people that are coming, and then also the gems that I want to drop personally, that my favorites and stuff. So that's how I read a crowd, because not all the venues that I go to are straight up hip hop. Some of them are gonna be deep house, freestyle, or top 40 club music, or just like that West Coast fucking backyard boogie type shit, you know, or just like, you know, some funk, West Coast funk. And I get down like that. I'll go into a top 40 club and rip it with some fucking Drake or some Nicki Minaj, or, you know, some club music shit like that, because that shit is cool too. But when I come out, when DJ Hectic's coming out to wreck a spot, I'm doing that golden era type, you know, that just fucking that spirit we're talking about, just coming to wreck shit.
What's some stuff that you would not play?
You know what? I really don't like playing, you know, the shit they play on the radio all day. Because there's some Cardi B shit that I'll play. Some stuff that I won't play. You know what? Like, you know, just like that fucking guy, dude. What's his name? Takashi. I never play one of his records ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Because I don't really like that kind of music. Not because I'm a hater, or, you know, the kids say old head or that fucking okay boomer shit. It's just that you know, I don't live that life. You know, I don't portray that type of life. I think they're fucking posers. I think they're fucking just fiends that rap. So I guess like Migos, you know, there's only a couple songs that I'll play from them. Not that I hate on them; they're excellent businessmen and stuff like that. I just don't like nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't like fucking nonsense. When I hear you know, rap, or I don't even listen to rap. When I hear hip hop like J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar or fucking Logic or, you know, some of Drake's songs, I need to hear lyrics, something that makes me think or goes with the problems that I'm going through or the shit that I'm facing and I can relate to. I like words. I don't like fucking nonsense and drug music. I stay away from that shit. You know, I smoke weed and I listen to lyrics. I listen to messages. I listen to some shit that'll make me think.
Yeah.
Make me fucking want to create, like what you were saying. Just make me just you know, fucking radiate that same type of energy. And with that dumb shit like Tekashi and that fucking stupid
Doesn't
shit,
do anything for me neither, dude.
Nah, it's disposable, man.
Yeah.
You hear it once, it serves its purpose, and you're on to the next one.
Yeah.
I like a song like, you know, when we're talking about Gangstar, man, fuck, that album, like, I'm going to be listening to that for the next 10 years. My son's going to be listening to it. Like, it's just some music that you can carry on with. You know, not just the fucking rap music. They literally make noises. I was listening to a song and I think it was Nicki Minaj. She says some dumb shit. I get the and I'm like, are they fucking just making sounds?
They're just saying phrases, dude.
Like,
That's it,
what
man.
is
Not
this?
even
Not a phrase. It's just like a sound.
They say a
It's
word,
weird.
And it's like they use the word to the whole song.
Yeah.
And like nowadays, like if you can't say "hey" or "yeah," like I don't play any music that says that in there. Like I just don't.
That's not me.
It's not me. I'm too old. I don't like it. I'm not gonna play it. Fuck it.
I was very lucky, very fortunate to see Gangstar live.
Wow.
I saw him with Rage Against the Machine at the Forum.
With Primo too?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
it was
dope.
back in the day. It was just the full lineup, and I remember fucking Guru holding up a sledgehammer.
Oh.
And he was fucking banging it on the floor, dude. It was bad, dude.
Breaking the stage.
Because he
Fuck
had this
yeah.
crazy stage setup, and they were breaking rocks on the stage, dude. And it was vicious. That was a wicked set. I mean, for an opener, you know, because everybody's there to see Rage Against the Machine. I was there to see. I knew of Gangstar. I wasn't a fan of Gangstar at the time. This is like about 15 years ago, maybe more. And seeing that made me a fan of Gangstar.
Yeah.
I mean, just their wordplay, the delivery, and the rhymes,
The content, yeah.
the way they rocked the crowd was like not their genre, you know, and the way they turned them, because people are there to see rock shit. They're there to see Rage Against the Machine. As rap as Rage Against the Machine is, they're still a rock band.
Yeah.
They're more Led Zeppelin than they are a rap band.
But the band is rock.
Yeah.
But the lead singer is a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know, just that that's the audience they have. They're the alternative audience. It's not a hip hop audience.
Nah.
In any sense. And here comes Gangstar, which is a bona fide hip hop group.
Yeah. That's fucking cool.
And they fucking just rock that fucking crowd. I mean,
And that's hard rock.
that's
punk. That's punk
crazy shit, dude. That was a bad show.
You know what's dope about Gangstar, man? You know, I got into them, you know, in the early 90s, and just the shit that you go through when you're a kid. You know, you're just mad at the fucking world for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, like Guru really embodied that.
Yeah.
And he really, you know, there's a song where he moved from Boston to New York, and he was renting a room out with his aunt and said, don't bring no girls here, you can stay. And then, you know, just talking about Primo being from Houston, coming to get, and they just told their struggle. And at the same time, in my mind, you know, I was a kid just on my own and listening to this, and I'm like, man, this is it, man. This is like what I'm going through. And it was just the music for the time. And, you know, when Guru passed away, man, I got lucky enough to open up for him at a record store, or it was actually a record school. I didn't know if they turned into a school or if they ever really did it, but he had hired me. Well, actually, I got an interview to spin at the school and teach, you know. But then, you know, I got an opportunity at the Jam Master Scratch Academy, and I went there instead. But he said, hey, man, you know, if you want, Guru's going to do an in-store for Guru 7.0. I was like, oh, shit, I'll come. Yeah, okay. And he has some other DJs and shit. And, you know, they're a crew, and they're playing their shit. And then, you know, they all split off. And then I was like, all right. So I'm going to burn all these motherfuckers because I got all the Gangstar on wax. I want to burn all these guys because it's still competition. It's still, I got to make, okay, that's them, that's me. I'm going to make more noise because Guru's in the spot right now. So I want to get Guru's attention.
That's good showmanship, though.
Yeah. And it's just that vibe.
You know, yeah.
And I didn't know them. They didn't know me. But I wanted to make a line in the sand like, fuck you guys. It's hectic in the house. I don't care how many is with you.
Without being cocky, I used to fucking walk in a gig like I'm the baddest motherfucker on 4 strings, dude.
Yeah, because I came alone. You guys have a bunch of you, so I got to make...
Exactly.
I got to make 7 times more noise than you because there's 7 of you and 1 of me, so fuck all of you guys. That was my thought process, dude. And Guru was there, and that's just hip-hop. That's punk rock. It's like, fuck everybody.
Get
like
in a circle and fuck everybody up.
Yeah,
right?
like
some
KRS
Bruce Lee
said.
shit.
KRS said, fuck who came before me and fuck who comes after me. Because right now, this is real hip-hop.
Yeah.
and that was my thing. And you know what? It fucking worked. Because when I was done with my set, all I played was Guru. The whole shit, Gangstar. And they said, hey, Hectic, pack your shit up. Get all your records together. Get your record. He gave me a copy of 7.0. He said, go get your autograph before he leaves. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay, so that was it. I packed up my records, grabbed my bag, and I was out. I came back with the fucking little Guru 7.0. And I was like, oh, cool. He was right there, dude, chilling. I'll never forget it. He looked fucking fresh, dude. His gear looked fresh. He was just like bald head slick in the flesh right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, that's him. Never met him. Just vibed out to the music. Right there's the fucking dude. And I was like, oh, man, Guru, man. Hey, man, it's real nice to meet you. You know, my name's DJ Hectic, man. I grew up to your shit. Can you sign my record? He was like, yeah, I'll sign it. And it was like, was that you and your crew playing all that Gangstar? I was like, nah, I don't know them. But that was me playing that. He was like, oh, yeah? I was like, yeah, I have all your shit, man. But I know you're doing this 7.0, but can you sign one of my Gangstar albums? And he was like, yeah, which one you got? And I was like, all of them. And he was like, and he looked at me. He was like, oh, so you a Gangstar fan? I was like, yeah, I got all of them. Can you sign one? He was like, nah. I was like, oh, okay, well, I got this. And he was like, nah. Show me you got all of them, and I'll sign all of them.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, yeah? It's like, okay, let me come back. He was like, all right, come back. Hey, he just looked at me and was like, this kid ain't got all of them. Hey, I'll do it. I was like 22, 23. I came back with all of them. He was like, oh, shit, you got them all. Fuck. So you're a real Gangstar. And I was like, all right, come back. And I was like, well, which one you going to sign? I expected one. Give me a couple minutes. I'll come back. I'll sign them off for you.
Damn.
I was like, what?
Fuck yeah.
That was dope, dude.
I had 15 albums, dude. 15 fucking albums, single, all kinds of shit. I still have more, but I have 15 albums with me. I came back and he really did sign them all. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, damn. I was geeked the fuck out. And I was like, let me take a picture. He was like, and he started joking. He was like, what the fuck? I just signed all your records. You still want a picture? I was like, yeah. and you know what? A week later, I got the drop. I got a drop. And he was like, you're still asking for shit.
Damn, dude.
And you know what? And then like maybe 3-4 months later, he passed away. I was devastated, dude. Man. I was like, because that was my thing when I was a kid. And man, Guru, that's what makes an artist from the artist we have now. This guy passed away so long ago, but his music was so dope that we're still talking about with passion.
Yeah.
And anybody you name now, can you talk like that? That's kind of sad. That's where we're at. But you know what? That's not where we're going to stay because music it reinvents itself.
It goes in waves. It goes in waves.
Right now, it's just weird. It's a weird time for every genre, and I think it's just corporate people making money, and that's cool. Mm-hmm. But I think every genre they're gonna come back to like the real shit because people are tired of that nonsense bullshit.
You know what? I said that for fucking probably the past 8 years. You know that.
What's a band that reps right now that you like?
I couldn't tell you. Like something new?
Something just get your attention. Like,
well, no, because like fucking all the fucking music I listen to, they've been established since the fucking 90s or 2000s. I mean, I listen to other shit, but nothing that really stands out. Nothing stands out that this is going to stand the test of time. Because, I mean, I listen to all fucking genres of music. I don't say that lightly, like, oh, I love music and I'm gonna just listen to hip-hop. No, I listen to all music, from fucking jazz, classical, punk rock, country, whatever the fuck. I mean, if it's dope, I'm going to listen to it. And, you know, there's a formula, and I noticed it years ago, where there's a climate in the, the atmosphere, a bad president, a bad economy, indifference, a stagnant fucking society, whatever. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this great genre pops up, be it punk rock, be it the 90s hip hop.
So a subculture.
No, it's just something in society sparks this fucking beautiful genre, whatever it may be, and it blows up, just like the 90s music just blew up. And I don't see that happening again. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that people have the ability to sit and listen. And if they have the ability to sit and listen, I don't think they have the ability to sit and care enough to do something about it, to change things. And this is our whole thing here. I mean, I preach it all the time, but this is why we exist. It's to get people to go just fucking listen to this motherfucker. He's dope, trust me.
And they still won't.
They just fucking scroll up on their Instagram and
fuck.
And it always goes back to what's popular at the time, you know?
Yeah, it really does. I mean,
right now we have so many fucking things out there that you can't concentrate on one thing.
What about you, Rick? What is there a band that sticks out? Like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with these guys.
To me, it's just always gonna be sick of it all. I mean, I'm gonna keep saying that. But what I've been doing, actually, I've been going back to some of the bands I used to like, and not just listen to the popular shit, but like the other stuff, the stuff that's not popular, the records that did not hit. And I've been listening to a lot of fucking 80s shit, dude. Fucking, I've been listening to a lot of 80s stuff and like listening to the stuff that wasn't popular. And you find some gems there, dude.
Yeah.
It's so old that it's new again.
Yeah. And just stuff that wasn't fucking played or nobody heard of. Right? Yeah. Because like I never like singles because you get different variations of the popular song, but you don't hear the rest of the fucking album. And I wasn't one back then to go listen to the whole fucking album. I'll just listen to that one fucking popular song.
See, I got the 2 singles, the first single, the remix, and then the second single, and then I got the album.
Yeah.
Because they were different.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. And and to me, like, new music is just doesn't fucking it. It's too perfect. It's too timed. It's too. I hate that shit, dude. I don't fucking like that stuff.
It's too tailored.
Yeah. Rick really hit the fucking nail on the head. There's a guy that I follow, and I learned a lot from him. His name is Rick Beato, and he has a YouTube channel. But he's a music teacher. His son is known for having perfect pitch. So he could play any note on the piano, and he knows exactly what fucking note that is. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, he talked about somebody put a post where they were saying that Jonas Brothers is the new funk. Or the song that it was a certain song of the Jonas Brothers that was a new funk, and they related to James Brown.
Oh, come on! Yeah, who the fuck said that?
It's a fucking millennial. Who the fuck you think he said it? And he showed an example because he breaks the song down. He has a great series, and I suggest anybody listen to it. It's called "What Makes a Song Great," and he has like about 60 episodes right now, and he breaks down a song from track to track, and kind of like what they do on the KLOS, but he goes into more detail because he's a classically trained musician, so you could get the real, like, just the crust of that fucking song. Anyways, he breaks down like the James Brown shuffle, that famous drum beat that everybody fucking samples. I don't know the name of the song right now.
Funky Drummer.
Yeah, funky drummer. That's what it was. And he shows you how the shuffle of that beat, like how it falls out and it comes back in a beat, and it just like it's just a natural shuffle, and that's like the essence of funk. And then they played the Jonas Brothers beat, which was like syncopated. I think that's what they call it, where it's they get the drums and then they clean it up so much it's in perfect timing.
Yeah, it's kind of like that whole thing with like jingles for like Subway or Carl's Jr. that they play on the down note. So that's what the down note, the downbeat goes first, and then they kind of build on top of it. It's where it sinks in your head. The Jonas Brothers, they're pretty good, but they're heavily produced. I don't think it's funk. I don't think it's rock. I think it's pop. I think it's like the new age of that Blue Eye Soul. Like John Oates and the other fucking guy. Yeah.
You mean Daryl Oates?
Yeah, those fucking guys. Where it's that Blue Eye Soul, man. You know what I mean? It's white black music.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like,
it's cool.
The one thing I listen to, the one thing I can't stop listening to recently is Mac Miller.
Mac Miller's dope. You can't compare, but like those guys, they're heavily corporate. They got money behind that shit. Yeah. That's not the new funk, man. It's funk.
It's not the new.
Whoever
funk.
The fuck said that is full of shit. Dude.
Yeah, and that's what this guy Rick Beato was talking about. He's like, dude, this isn't that even funk, and I'm gonna show you an example of what they're talking about, and I'm explaining why it's not funk.
Not fun, but they
that syncopation though, that whole drum program that just tightens everything up takes away the feel.
Like Joe Jonas, he makes dope songs. He's got some really good songs, but to label it as the new funk, you're like, no,
hell no.
There's only one funk, and it's the motherfucking funk.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not the funk. It's not dirty, stinky, nasty.
Yeah,
right.
Crusty ass.
That's why they call it funk. No, it's not that. They serve their purpose. They have good music, but it's not the funk. The whole funk and nothing but the funk is not. But you know what?
But that's the problem with technology, I guess. It takes away the feel of the beat, and it takes away the soul.
There's no
soul of the music.
Yeah, there's no soul in that music.
And that's what really bumps me out. I mean, you listen to like Amy Winehouse. You listen to Amy Winehouse, and then you could hear her fucking pain, her turmoil.
That's funk.
You could feel all that shit, and you listen to an R&B singer, fucking Adele, or you could listen to Adele and you could hear that.
Bad too.
She's bad too, but you could hear the auto tune in that fucking voice.
I don't think so. Not with her. She's a beautiful singer.
She's a beautiful singer, but I could hear where that pitch is impossible to sing.
She is a dope singer, though.
Yeah, she's a dope singer, but I mean, I could hear.
She could sing it, but the recording is too polished.
Yeah, the recording is very, very polished. So it's very overproduced. But like I said, like comparing those two, like are just a R&B singer of today, pick your poison, just anybody.
Jane Aiko.
Okay, and then you compare to Amy Winehouse, and she,
you can't.
Amy Winehouse wrote all her music, and then she was I remember watching a video of her, and she was talking about that it was fucking hard to sing all these songs that came from pain, and now I'm singing them all to you in order. And it's bringing it back,
No wonder
yeah, and you could feel that, and then the cracking of her voice when she's just like, and they just like that shit really like fucking like puts the claws into you.
Yeah,
and you can have a song like made in the last 10 years, and it's fucking a great song, but it's just missing that one little element of humanity, that one little imperfection, that little
dirtiness,
that's cleaned up because Pro Tools found it and saw it as an error and cleaned it up.
Leave that shit in there.
Yeah,
that's what makes it music to me, dude. Like fucking Korn, Daddy, when he fucking started crying at the end of the fucking song, dig. I mean, that was like, to me, that was. I'm not the biggest Korn fan, but that was like perfection. That was a perfect fucking song.
That was the rawest fucking album I've heard.
Yeah, dude.
Heard that shit.
Yeah,
Life is Peachy.
No. That's
sorry.
The first self-titled.
Yeah, self-titled. Even the fucking Life is Peachy was fucking dude. To me, some of the best recordings, dude. Yeah. Even like Limp Bizkit. I hate saying this, but even their recordings were fucking tight, dude.
Yeah, some of their beats were fresh.
Yeah,
I didn't really
their
like
music
Fred
was bad, dude.
Durst.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can appreciate now what he was doing back then. To me, back then it was a little corny, but now looking back at it, like he did have the DJ in there. He did have the graffiti. He did feature the rap.
That guy got a lot of fucking hate, dude. Right?
He did, and you know what? Now looking back,
he got hate now, but he sold millions of.
No, he had hate back then too, dude. But,
now looking at it a little bit older, I kind of appreciate what he was doing because he made his own lane. He didn't give a fuck what all that hate that he got. But dude, he had Mir to do his album cover, which is like, oh my god, like. He's one of my favorite CBS
he did Significant Other, right?
Mm-hmm. No, Mir is the artist.
No, I know, but he did the cover for Significant Other.
He did a lot of covers, Mir. But he got him, and then he had like dope DJs to do real scratching on his songs. Yeah. And dude, like it or not, he had Method Man and DJ Premier for the hip hop heads.
Yeah.
And back then, you know, I was on my bullshit because it was 95 and I was like a hardcore. And I was like, oh, fuck all that corny shit. But now, like seeing it, like, you know, whether, you know, talk shit or not, but yeah, DJ Premier. Yeah. And to have DJ Premier, like, and Method Man from Wu-Tang, like, what can I really say to that? And he had Snoop Dogg on it. Like, he had... You know, he did his fucking thing, so I give it props now. You know what I mean?
I just never understood the hate for him, dude.
I think he was corny.
He wasn't perfect, but it was like, dude, it fit that genre. It fit that fucking time, dude.
One of the best fucking shows I've ever been to was a Limp Bizkit show. That fool could rock a crowd. I mean,
he can.
I ain't gonna fucking hate. You know, like it's not in my Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not something I'm like, oh, you know what, I want to listen to that Limp Bizkit album today. No, but. Seeing him live, seeing that band live, it was just fuck. He was booed by 80,000 people.
It still didn't give a fuck
at the Coliseum for the first 3 fucking songs. You couldn't hear.
But he kept going.
He kept going.
That's dope.
And I'll tell you one thing: the 4th song, everybody was fucking singing along.
Fuck yeah.
That's how you turn a crowd around, dude.
That's an MC.
That's how you turn a crowd around.
MC.
And he fucking sang Sanitarium, fucking the Metallica song, and everybody fucking lost their fucking mind. They loved it. Everybody was singing along. Damn. You know, and then that's cool. I mean, that takes a lot of balls. But you know what? Yeah. There's a lot of hypocrisy with people when it comes to like Limp Bizkit, let's say.
Maybe because he wasn't from the underground. I don't know.
Because right now, like you talk about Limp Bizkit, and everybody's like, oh, fuck Limp Bizkit, this and that. First of all, their music was fucking bad.
It was dope.
They had a fucking bad guitar player. They had a bad drummer, and the fucking, you know, and they had a fucking hard, locked, tight rhythm section like no other.
It's dope.
I mean, that's what makes you bob your head. If your rhythm section's whack, you're just gonna stand there like a hard dick. You're not gonna fucking move.
I also think they had one of the best fucking covers, dude.
Yeah, the fucking Faith.
Yeah. That was, dude. I fucking love that cover, dude.
There's the one song that was like, I'm like a chainsaw. I like that song.
Yeah,
that's that break.
The break
stuff. Yeah.
That shit was dope.
But he sold millions of records. Mm-hmm. He did sold out shows, and now he's the most hated person. A lot of people that fucking hate them are probably the same people that are ashamed to admit that they listened to him back in the day.
Yeah,
hypocrites.
I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty.
Hypocrites.
But I hated on it, but now I respect it. I made me a hater.
And then
I liked it.
That's the only reason why I defend Fred Durst.
It was a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. It's like fucking ice cream at the middle of the night, you know? Yeah. Just like good food.
Yeah.
Remember, it was him.
Shit.
It was
That's me.
What was that Family Values tour, dude?
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
Really?
I thought that was bad.
No, that was my fuck.
What the fuck are you listening to?
My bad.
Is that your ringtone?
No, it's because I put that Boyz II Men song for his fucking pipe for the tribute.
Yeah, but see, I've been listening to that shit, dude. I've been listening to fucking a lot of Berlin. Fucking, I just been listening to, and not the popular shit. I've been listening to like the other stuff. I don't know. She sang for one of the songs on this movie I like, Thrashing. I know that was fucking Berlin, dude. It was a trip.
She chilled with Frat Five Freddy.
Yeah,
she was on the hip hop scene for
real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Rapture. She rapped.
No, that's Deborah Harry.
Oh,
That's
shit.
Blondie.
Okay.
Blondie, yeah.
Who's Berlin then?
Berlin's Sex. The song Berlin, Metro.
Riding on
the
a metro.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, dude.
okay.
So I've been listening to that stuff, but I've been listening to like the unpopular shit, and it's cool as shit, dude.
That shit's dope.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm a straight surprise. What now that you see us and you kind of like hear the stuff I list? What do you vibe to? What gets you going? You know, maybe you're not in the scene, Joe, but maybe you're around us and stuff.
What do you
that.
like to listen
Yeah.
to?
Depends on my mood. I usually like. Sometimes I like country music, just depends on my mood, what I'm feeling at that moment. I can listen to jazz during the holidays. Believe it or not, I do like to sit there and listen to Christmas music. I know a lot of people are just like, oh, I don't want to listen to that, but I do. I enjoy it, and especially when it's country, I really like it.
You know what's my favorite Christmas album? A Charlie Brown Christmas.
That's the best.
So yeah, I mean, it all depends on my mood.
So what do you think when you're listening to like my style of hip hop? What do you like? You're not really into the scene, but when you're listening to it, you're like,
well, I vibe off you. I feel your vibe, so I just kind of go with it. I just kind of go with the vibe, just go with the flow. Because if you don't go with the flow, it's just kind of like, what's the purpose?
Do you like it though? Do you hear the message?
Yes,
singing,
I do.
Like
I do
singing?
like it. Some of them I kind of just don't listen to the wording, and I go with the beat. So not always do I listen to the words. If I like the beat, then that's what I like. There are some songs that I do like the words, and I'll listen to it again so I can kind of understand it. I do like a lot of R&B music. I do listen to oldies. I haven't listened to them lately, but I do like the oldies. I like Patsy Cline. I like that kind of music. Believe it or not, I do.
I had that fucking Patsy Cline song stuck in my head all day today.
Yeah,
Was it Back in Baby's Arms? I'm
Yeah.
back in Baby's Arms.
Yeah.
I had that song stuck in my head all day.
I like that kind of music. I mean, like I said, it all depends on my mood. But I like some very classic music. Like I said, depends on my mood and if I hear it and I'm like, oh hey, I like that, and I'll go look for it and I'll listen to it. But yeah, I'm pretty much open-minded to all kinds of different kinds of music.
Is there any music you listen to for specific activities?
Actually, I do. When I go work out, I like to listen to. There's one that I like to listen to, but
Backstreet Boys.
No, I don't. I mean, they were okay when they came out.
Shout out to the Ying Yang Twins.
That was my sister's favorite. My sister's favorite band, but no, I don't listen to that. But more like a fast-paced type of music.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to think of one.
Freestyle.
What is it?
Freestyle music.
Not really freestyle. More like when you just like more like a punk type of kind of just get me going.
Up-tempo.
Yeah, something like that. That I have to put that on, because if I'm listening to R&B, I'm more like, okay, I can't work out to this, or I can't, it's not making me like be more proactive with myself.
More energized.
Yeah.
Dude, when I used to work out, when I used to run, I used to listen to DRI, dude.
DRI.
That's at a tempo, man. That was fucking fast paced. It was
That's
actually a perfect
That's some
running.
ill hardcore punk rock shit right there.
Fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
It was on beat too for my running style.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking when you're saying like, oh fuck, I used to run.
Yeah, I like
Run.
listening
I
to
used to
stuff like
run.
that. Yeah, run.
You know, you guys are speaking about Patsy Cline. I like that stuff is cool, but original rocker, I think it was really fucking badass. You guys ever heard of Wanda Jackson?
Mm-mm.
Wanda Jackson.
Maybe
She
by her song, maybe.
she has a song called "The Funnel of Love," and she was gonna marry Elvis, or Elvis asked her to marry her, and she said no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she said no.
Now I know what you're talking
and
about.
like he took all his style from her.
Yeah.
She's a real fucking rocker, dude.
That's
song-
that's like some rockabilly shit. right there.
Rockabilly, yeah, she's
Yeah.
the queen of rockabilly.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a real
Yeah.
fucking rocker? She's like a little old lady with the guitar and a fucking dress.
Yeah, she actually
just
got
fucking
down, yeah.
rock and roll it, and
Yeah.
goddamn, she got you going,
Yeah.
dude.
There's been a lot of videos of. I've seen a lot of videos of her on Facebook.
She's
of all
bad.
fucking places. Yeah.
It's like it's starting
You-
to come back. They're
You
starting
want to
come
talk
back.
about a real fucking rock and roller, man? Wanda
Yeah.
Jackson is the shit. Because she was just this little old lady from the South, you know, with a heavy twang.
Yeah.
And, man, she can really get you going, dude. And she's just there in a little dress.
And she came with it.
And,
She
man,
came with
she
it.
would fucking rock it. Because if you hear that song called Funnel of Love, shit, that'll get you going, dude. She
and the
was
moves
bad.
that she did, Elvis did take her moves.
And
Yeah,
sometimes she would just be rocking with her guitar, just like
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. And you were just like, she's killing it. And she would just be there, just like smiling. And, you know, fucking Elvis took all her fucking moves, dude. And her sound and the whole shit with the guitar and everything.
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be really controversial to some people, but I think Elvis stole everything.
He was the original biter. He stole, you can't show that guy shit.
Elvis is the Carlos Mencia of rock and roll.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, man, he was a fucking jocker, dude. You can't show that guy shit.
But but he did it well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when you listen to Elvis music, man, he will rock it.
Yeah, but he was a trifecta, dude. He was a star, dude. He was fucking good looking and then could sing.
He could
You know, like, he was a
sing.
fucking triple threat.
He had money.
Yeah.
He's like, he'll take it all. He'll take your idea and put it on fucking record. Like, goddamn, I just
He may have stole it, but he did it better.
yeah. He did his thing. He was badass.
It was that one Public Enemy song where they call him out, Elvis.
Elvis was a hero to most. Yeah, he was like, motherfuck him and John Wayne. But you know what? Like, he was like the first guy to have like just one name.
Maybe.
I think
I
so.
don't know.
Was
Maybe.
he?
Yeah.
Was he just to have one fucking name? Just
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that was any
believe
worth of shit. Like as far as like a solo pop artist goes, yeah, he's probably one of the guys that have one name.
He probably stole that idea from somebody.
Think he went to the future and stole it from Sheridan.
Madonna.
Exactly.
What Cher came out later, didn't she? Yeah, she came out later. She came out in the 60s.
Yeah.
Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher, yeah.
Sure.
She was in solo until like the late 70s, I think.
The early 60s maybe. Late 60s maybe.
Solo though.
Yeah, late 60s.
Then Madonna came out.
Madonna, of course. Yeah. We talk about artist development, like, you know, in the SoundCloud, Spotify era, I don't think Madonna would ever be a superstar.
You don't think? She's
No,
pretty
'cause
badass.
She's dope, but her first 2 albums didn't hit.
But like,
It took 3 albums for her to be Madonna.
and she started dressing like a punk rock chick.
Yeah. Well, she
She was more like a valley girl.
Yeah.
Right, in a way.
She
The one glove, the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
lace.
And you had that one earring.
Yeah.
But that was like development too, dude. That was like to
Yeah.
see what's gonna hit and what's gonna
Exactly.
make her pop, dude.
And when she started dressing like a punk chick.
Yeah. That's before you had a whole crew trying to figure out your style before you go out there. You
And
know?
then she came out with breakers.
Yep. Yep.
Then she came out like a fucking house chick, and then she constantly reinvents herself. That's why she's still fucking hot.
She's still bad, dude. It's
She's still-
Madonna rules,
Yeah.
dude.
That fucking Madame X fucking tour that she's on right now, like that's her new fucking reiteration of
I'd
herself.
fucking
dude.
go see it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. If I can afford those tickets.
If I can afford fucking $800 for nosebleed seats.
But to see Madonna live, that would be something, dude. Like that song, everybody. That's a cool ass fucking song.
My fucking sister saw her live in fucking North Dakota or something like that, or some bullshit, dude.
Wow.
To see Madonna, I would go see Madonna. Madonna, Prince. Well, Prince, one name.
Yeah.
You only need one name. He didn't even have a
He was
fucking
a,
name
he was
for
a
a
symbol
while.
for a while.
Yeah,
He was just fucking.
just me.
Exactly.
That's fucking dope.
His last album was good, dude. I really
He
liked his
put out
last
some good
album.
music. Yeah.
All his music was dope. I heard Michael Jackson was a biter. That Billie Jean was a riff off of some disco. That dun, 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 dun. He took it from somebody else.
I think everybody takes for somebody else,
Everybody.
man. Honestly.
If you had the money and you had the equipment, you're gonna do it. Because if someone told me a sample, I'll fucking go take that sample.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You know what? On that note, every fucking hip hop producer everywhere is a fucking biter
Right.
because you took it from a jazz sample
Yeah.
and just made it your own. So every original hip hopper that says they're original, fuck you guys because you sampled it from a record.
That's what hip hop is, though, dude.
Yeah, it's a music built off of every genre.
But it's the delivery, the wordplay, and the vocal style that makes it unique.
You were the first one to buy that record to sample it.
Yeah.
And then some guy fucking rapped over it. But every rapper or every DJ producer just
What was
says
that last year? That controversy with Lana Del Rey and Radiohead, and how she put out a tweet that said that Radiohead is suing me because the melody in my song sounds a lot like their song "Creep." And and she put out a bunch of
There was
tweets.
somebody else that came out too. Another artist.
Yeah, the
Perry.
Katy Perry, yeah.
Yes.
And they had to give writing credit to an old obscure song called "The Air I Breathe," which is like almost the same kind of melody. And well, as far as the guitar goes, and she put out several tweets that I'm sorry guys, I can't sing this song tonight because Radiohead, I'm still in that fucking lawsuit with Radiohead. And then fucking somebody from the Radiohead camp goes, "We're not fucking suing her."
probably the label.
Not even the label. They didn't even know who the fuck Lana Del Rey was until she put out those tweets with them.
Probably she's probably doing that for publicity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck? Like she's a dope singer. I think her producer is shit, and I think she has a lot of potential and she's just fucking with the wrong people. Because she's bad. And I could see like her being amazing, but she's fucking with the wrong people. Like she's doing that grassroots shit. But she needs a fucking bona fide producer. She needs a Swiss Beats.
Dope, man.
Yeah, she needs a fucking Quincy Jones. She needs a motherfucking
Dr. Dre.
a Dr. Dre. Yeah, she's bad, but like she needs somebody.
Quick.
Imagine her with Rick Rubin, dick.
Yeah, exactly. With fucking Rick Rubin.
Well,
Yeah.
look what she did with that Sublime cover.
Yeah.
That shit was dope, dude.
That was dope, but
That
fucking
was dope.
sonically speaking, if you listen to that on decent headphones or a good stereo, it sounds like fucking gaga, dude. Because like
It's
they recorded
perfect.
it in her boyfriend's fucking or somebody's fucking living room or shit like that. Yeah, I know. I could tell. It's too much fucking reverb. It sounds like it's coming out of a fucking tin can. I mean, like, you are somebody that needs a producer. That
Yeah,
needs
she's dope.
development.
She needs guidance.
She needs guidance.
Well, you know what? Talking about that, might as well talk about that fucking little kid. What's her name, dude? Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
You guys heard of that fucking little chick?
Nothing new. Nothing. I mean, everybody's like, oh yeah, she's this, she's that. I heard like fucking 7 songs on the way to fucking dinner one day, and then fucking, I didn't see it. I'm sorry, it fucking missed me. I mean, it sounds like everybody else.
Well, you know what? There's one song that she has. I don't know. They all fucking sound the same. But, she's a typical teenager preying on other teenagers that are fucking depressed and
Yeah.
take pills and drugs and want to commit suicide, but they also like music.
Yeah.
It's the typical shit we always see. But she has one song. I'm not even going to sing it. But it has a deep bass line and shit. But I kind of like their story. It's her and her brother that make the music and stuff, which is kind of cool. I don't get the music. I guess I'm too old. They're too young and shit. But
I think it's music for basic bitches. I'm sorry. There
it's
I said
fucking overproduced and overplayed and just like that's the.
You just fucking said basic bitches, dick.
I said basic bitches, dude. That's a basic bitch, dude.
How old are you, dick?
I'm fucking old, dude.
Fuck, dude.
It's the time that we live in, man.
Yeah, I know.
I've only seen that like on Instagram posts, dick.
like a basic bitch would
But
like this song, dude.
But dude, this little chick, she fucking sold out the fucking Western Forum twice
Yeah.
in one day.
Yeah.
Good for her, dude.
That's fucking kind of crazy.
Didn't Taylor
Yeah.
Swift do the same thing or something like that? They had the
Maybe.
fucking. Well, you remember when we went to the forum and they had that fucking big ass thing that Taylor Swift sold out these shows. That it's right there in the forum.
Yeah, she's one of them. So she
Yeah.
sold out the night concert. They added the day concert, so she sold out once and twice. And she did it like 3 days in a row.
Jesus Christ.
She's a beast. That fucking little kid.
Well, they're following.
Post Malone is selling out fucking arenas everywhere,
Hey,
dude.
I think that guy is the biggest culture vulture of them all. if there's
He's a fucking culture sodomite, man.
God, dude, he's a fucking culture rapist, dude. Like, man, he's the worst because I think, you know, I was with my son over the weekend and, you know, he was playing on my phone and I don't know what the fuck he was watching because he watches like little kids video and it led up to Post Malone and the new video, he's in a fucking night costume, like a night, you know, nights in the
Yeah.
like he was
Like King Arthur and shit.
King Arthur, and he was walking through a field that was like fucking burning arrows were coming through, and he was jousting, and I was like, and I was listening to, I was like, what the fuck is this song about? Where this guy?
You guys, let me ask you something. Have you guys ever noticed that people who like Post Malone and fucking Taylor Swift, their musical spectrum is real narrow to like top 40?
Yeah,
Have you ever noticed that, dude?
Because it's pop music.
Yeah.
And you know, I like some of his songs, but not like there's a couple songs I can't really name them, but there's a couple songs where the song is jamming, dude. It's fucking good, but it's just like, dude, I seen a video of his when he came out early in his career where it was house music. He was wearing booty shorts and he had a scarf. And it was very like,
Uncomfortable
to watch. It was very gay, dude. And there's nothing wrong with gay dudes and everything, you know. But this video, he was in booty shorts, and it's a guy with a beard and like ass, like fucking
chaps.
It was uncomfortable to watch, and I was like, what the fuck am I watching, dude? What is this, gay porn? But it was a song by Post Malone.
Yeah.
And it was fucking whack, dude. And now he sings rap songs.
Yeah.
It's like, where did he go from that point of his career to this?
He found his niche.
Or he found some stupid asses to buy his music. Because, you know, you try to get away with shit like that early in hip hop and you do it now. It's like, no.
Dude, that's probably the reason why I don't like him. Because he's probably there's a fakeness to his music.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good singer and shit, dude. But there's a fakeness to him that I just don't agree with or like.
It is really weird. I never understood why he made that video, and like I never want to watch the video again. But it's just like now he
got
does
eye
rap.
raped.
Yeah, dude. And listening to his music now, it's like now you're doing hip hop, you're rap music. Like, no. The fuck out of here, dude.
I mean, he's doing all the face tattoos and all that shit too, dude. It's like that's a trendy thing to fucking do now, dude. You can't be an artist without a fake tattoo or a face tattoo.
Why, man? Why is this the?
That's the
I don't
thing,
get
though.
these kids, man. I don't understand.
It's a fucking trend.
It's weird, and it's all powered by Instagram. Like Instagram can make these people extremely rich in like one night. You can like a Little Pump, like fuck, that guy has like made $4 million off a deal.
Yeah. Look at that little girl who fucking was throwing around money on a
Tay.
Lambo. Yeah, like fuck, dude, really?
Dude,
that's what's fucking hitting.
That's what you know, because you. Like, my girl gets mad at me all the time. You're like, what the fuck are you doing on Instagram? Like, I'm just looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
But Instagram can really make people obscenely rich and famous.
Yeah, dude.
You know what?
And we can't even get over 100 fucking likes on our Instagram, dude.
I can't even get a text back.
This is I don't, maybe I'm too fucking old. Maybe I don't know what it is. But when I was young, I listened to music to find the truth. And now people listen to music to believe the lie.
Yeah, whoa.
You know?
I want to print that on a shirt.
That's a fucking illusion. I mean, when, you know, all that shit, I mean, I know that fucking Biggie Smalls and everybody did that shit back in the fucking 90s, but they're talking about, like, you know, taking pictures of Lambos that they rented, you know, and the fucking, you know, throwing money that's not real.
Yeah.
You know, and even if it is the fucking... It's a lie.
It's like a fantasy.
It's a fantasy. And then, like, I listen to like Dead Prez. and they just fucking beat the shit out of you with the truth, you know? Like, this is the way it is. And you better do something or else it's going to go away.
Or like Rage Against the Machine.
Or Rage Against the Machine, yeah. You know, and fucking... That's why I was such a big fan of Black Flag when they came out with that song Banned from DC, and then just like the fucking lyrics just fucking got me right here, you know, just fucking goosebumps, hair just stand on my back of my neck, you know?
Dude, now I'll paint you a picture of what would be an image of a popular rapper right now. You'll have the video where, like you said, they're throwing up money that's fake, buy a Lambo, and by an attractive girl wearing a bikini or underwear, and LED lighting somewhere, like it's just neon, and a fucking choker chain that looks really weird on guys because I always thought that was for women.
Yep.
And then they're wearing really fucking tight ass, skinny ass jeans. And they're fucking skinny as fuck.
Oh, those fucking skinny ones that have that weird drop to the fucking,
weird,
like the
man.
diaper.
Dude, what are these fucking guys? Like, they don't eat? Like, when I was young, I don't remember seeing anybody that fucking skinny before. Did you?
I was that skinny, but I wore baggy ass fucking pants.
Like, these guys are
Were that
so
fucking skinny, dude?
These guys are so fucking skinny.
Yeah.
It's like, do you fucking eat food?
Oh shit.
What the fuck are you eating?
They
Baby
pay
food?
they pay
You know,
somebody else to chew it for them, dude.
It's just they're undercooked. They should have stayed in the oven a little longer.
like,
But look what this shit's doing though. Fucking, I don't want to go into the whole culture thing, but these kids listening to this want to be like them, and they're gonna go do whatever they fucking can to, you know, fucking sell dope, fucking do all the stupid shit just to
get it.
be like these guys, dude. That's why I can't fucking stand about some of that music, dude.
I heard a fucking just somebody said it, and I quote verbatim. They said, "Well, you can't be a YouTuber without a Lamborghini." And what Ferrari's doing right now, they're putting cease and desist. They're sending out cease and desist letters to all the people that have fucking wrapped up their Ferrari, or they fucking, this one influencer had a pair of shoes on top of his Ferrari 355 that was his. He bought it, and fucking Ferrari sent him a cease and desist letter saying, "Take that shit down. This is not the image that Ferrari wants."
huh.
Wow.
Like back in the day, Tommy Hilfiger, they said, "No, we don't want to do rap music with nobody wearing that." With like, they got sued.
Yeah.
And they said they were racist. No, I don't think they're racist. They just want to see a bunch of motherfuckers like.
They want to
like,
protect their brand.
They wanted to protect their brand. Like, with this new style of music, I don't want to sound like those fucking old guys on the Muppets hating everything, talking shit. Oh, these fucking guys.
Those are my favorite Muppets. What are you talking about, dude?
Exactly.
But honestly, dude, these guys are really fucking stupid, dude. Like, I'm not gonna say who's who or names or anything, but one rapper fucking died because he swallowed a bunch of pills because he was getting raided by the cops. And this fucking guy just ate all the pills. He's a fucking million. That would have been bail. He would have caught out. Like, he would have got on bail the next day.
He was scared to go to jail.
Yeah. So he ate all the fucking pills and he died. Like, that's what you do, man? Like, talking all that shit. Like, we don't give a fuck and this and that. This little thing would have been a slap on the wrist and a little bit of your money. That, you know, because, you know, they're billionaires already.
Why don't you
dude.
run to a toilet? Why don't you flush it? You know, there's many ways to get rid of drugs. Do we need to teach these people things?
People don't do that anymore. Like,
Dude.
you died like that. You
What I fucking hate the
stupid.
most about all that shit is just the fakeness. I don't want to say where I was at, but some guy who was famous for doing stuff like that, like fucking all the drugs, all the money, was arguing over a $10 fucking bill, dude. And it's like on his Instagram, he's fucking throwing money at people and all this shit, has the Lambos and everything, but he's arguing over a $10 fucking difference. I'm just like, what, this guy's fucking rich? I don't fucking get it. It's fake, dude. It's so
He
fucking
probably wasn't
fake.
rich.
He does it. He plays it.
Yeah.
I bought fucking shopping bags for some dude because he was bitching about the price. He had like fucking like $500 worth of shit, and he said, "I bought all this shit. Why can't you give me free bags? Why do I have to pay 10 cents for a bag?" I go, "Look, I'll pay for them. Just move the fuck along, dude. I gotta go." I ended up buying his bags, dude. It was 50 fucking cents, dude. He had 5 fucking bags, dude.
It was funny. I don't know if I tagged you guys in it, but I'll send you guys the DM later. Tag you in. It was a fucking rapper, and he was rapping on somebody's windshield, sitting on the frame, and of a really nice Mustang. I'm a Chevy guy, but it was a cool Mustang. And the guy stopped or did some shit, and the guy held on to the windshield part, but his body went, and he broke the window.
Oh, shit.
And the guy was like, dude, really? And I bet he was like, I can't pay for this. But in their raps, they talk about having money, and chains, and grills, and watches. And
I seen a video.
I see that all the time where I work, dude.
Dude,
all the
time. I can imagine what you see.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I seen a video
all the time, man.
I seen a video of this dude going, "Hey man, hey, come here. Somebody's by your car." And it was a fucking green Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And that fool was just like rapping like it's his and shit. He was dressed the same color as a Lamborghini, dude.
And the guy was like, "Who the hell is by my car?"
Yeah.
But you know what? Is that saying something about the music or the society?
It's society.
Buys it? Because, the guy doing the music, he's living the life. He's being the actor in that little movie. And he's capitalizing on these people that are willing to buy it. That like, fuck, this guy has the green shirt.
You remember the Crooks? You remember the Crooks?
The rap group?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You remember that song Actor Factor? The Fuck Max Factor song?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, because Misfit wrote that song. I didn't know that.
Okay.
He wrote that beat.
Sick.
And I've been thinking about that song because I fucking love that fucking song. That was dope. And that's what they were talking about. It's like you're really just an actor, you know?
So I'm glad we haven't had any of those guests that are so fucking fake like that, dude.
That's crazy.
I'm glad we
man.
haven't had that.
And who put out this music and made it acceptable? Who did this to the industry? Because anywhere around 1995 for all genres of music, rock, heavy metal, fucking hip hop, it was like at its fucking peak of message, man. That's why like hip hop was the golden era, because it was like all about the message, all about the movement.
I think that the kids
fucked it up, dude.
I think the kids got the message wrong.
It's just social media.
They just did it what they thought. They got the wrong message, and that's what they sing about. That's what they rapped about.
Or was it corporate trying to dilute the message, saying, "Nah, we can't have this anymore"?
I don't think so. I think it was just more social media and what became the norm with it.
I kind of feel it's the fucking, well, that's just me, like the Freemason and the agenda shit, because I really into that shit. But
we gotta have a conversation.
We should, and I just think that the whole agenda said, nah, we gotta. They're getting out of hand with the whole Rage Against the Machine, the #1 fucking rock, hip hop, fucking the illest fucking rock group ever, and then they dropped the best albums, and all of a sudden it just disappeared with no fucking reason, no fucking, just stopped. I think the power to be say, make another record, you're gonna go on tour, and your bus is gonna, the brakes aren't gonna work, or you're not gonna come home from that shit.
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's just that we have become a generation of consumers. Amazon is a good example of that.
That's corporate shit. Why can't there be underground shit no more?
Because Amazon just swallows up any whiff of any kind of competition. And that's a fact. That's not even a fucking conspiracy.
Well, Rage Against the Machine, they said we don't need to burn the books; they just remove them.
And that's exactly what they're doing.
Like
that's
Amazon.
exactly what they're doing. And when you get a bunch of artists that have no real substance, and they speak on not on the truth, but on consumerism, people are gonna embrace that. People are gonna nurture that and brand that, and then put it out to the public, and see what happens. And if they like it, they embrace it. So the record industry, just any powers that be, when that has their finger on the music, that has no absolute talent of their own, and only the talent of exploitation. It's been around forever. Like when Nirvana broke, look what happened to Seattle. They fucking signed every fucking Seattle band. Nirvana wasn't even from Seattle. They were from Aberdeen. They were fucking like from here to San Francisco. You know, I mean, it's just not, you know, they just want the next big thing so they could keep selling music, keep getting streams, keep getting likes, you know, and just keep going.
Yeah, because right now, I don't think there's such thing as heavy metal anymore. There's no such thing as hip-hop no more. There's no fucking real good rock music
It's there,
anymore.
but it's not in your face anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have Tower Records to go to and fucking see this shit in your face.
Because they took that shit away from
Yep.
us. Like, Amoeba is about to go. For what? Fucking lofts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they put lofts everywhere. There used to be a dope art scene or dope record store. Like, the first place they killed off was Melrose. Why? Because they had you can literally zigzag across the street from boom, boom, boom.
All the dope stores.
In all the dope record stores, there was fucking DMC, Beat Nonstop, Street Sounds, fucking Workman's Outlet. There's 3 goddamn Workman's Outlet.
Yeah.
And they took all that shit out. All those hip hop records,
all the punk rock record stores,
all the
dude.
punk, because there was a lot of dope punk. There was, I went to the punk stores because they had the hip hop records, and you can go in there and they'll have it.
Yeah.
And I would go in there and and I would buy my Wu-Tang records there because they would sell out everywhere else, and I would go.
They would have them there first too.
And it was that fucking punk rock. I know the punk rock store you're talking about on Melrose. It was across the street from South Station.
I just can't fucking think of the name of it, dude.
Like Street Sounds.
It was right next to Retail Slut. That's how I remember.
Yeah, it was
Somewhere.
like Street Sounds or Sound of something like that.
Yeah.
And they had the leather jacket with the UK logo. I remember seeing that shit. And I would buy my hip hop records that everybody else bought up because I knew the punks had it. And I would go in there. They took all that shit out, man. And they take a big culture with it.
They removed the culture.
Well, I mean, that's also where we're at here. Because you go other fucking places, other states, other cities, it's not like that, dude. It's not like that. They still embrace their shit there. They still have fucking bars where the locals go by and there's all these fucking bands playing there. We don't have that much. I mean, there's bands playing here, but it's not the same.
It's all being gentrified. The music scene is being gentrified.
The town's being gentrified.
I mean, but like, if you go to New York, everything's a subway right away, a bus right away. Over here, you got to take a drive. Nobody wants to get that DUI, dude. Over in New York, fucking, you could go through different boroughs fucking in one night and catch a bunch of shows and shit, dude.
And the parties don't start till like 3 a.m.
Yeah, we don't have that here, dude. That's one thing we're seeing.
That's the problem, and like the scariest area of LA is like the safest, richest area now. Like right there on Santa Fe and 7th used to be fucking dangerous, dude. Like the cops wouldn't even fucking pass by there. Now there's a
coffee shop. There's fucking about 20 different lofts there, dude. It's crazy, man.
I tell my girl, like, when we would go to my friend George's house in Pico and Union District, they called it the Killing Fields. Because you couldn't if you didn't live there, even if you did live there,
fucking walk down there, bro.
Like, you were done.
Yeah.
You were just fucked. I said it's called the Killing Fields. That's what it was called. Now,
shit,
you can jog and you can buy a fucking little latte.
See the fucking hipsters,
you know what else?
Walking by.
To me, what else fucked up show is every time you go to a fucking show, you always have that asshole with their fucking phone videotaping everything. So like me, if I'm a cheap bastard, I'm just gonna watch the show through his fucking phone.
Dude,
Exactly.
you went to what was it?
Last week, Conejo?
No, the punk rock.
You mean Tool?
No,
Slayer?
Slayer.
Yeah.
And remember, Rick
Yeah.
posted it, and I
We're
was
all
straight watching it,
Yeah.
dude, drinking, and I was like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
that's the Slayer
And then you
show.
stopped and we're like, no.
No!
I know, but this is me because I had good seats. I put it to my chest. I wasn't fucking. I was in there watching it. There's people there with their shit in their face filming it, dude. Like, enjoy the fucking show, dude.
I was straight
I kind of
watching
get
it.
mad at Chris when he does that, dude. Like, he sits there and he's watching the screen. I'm like, dude,
No,
enjoy
I
the
don't.
fucking
I don't fucking do that all the time.
You do it a lot.
No, I do
I'm
it for like
guilty of
Clika,
it.
but I don't do it for like fucking
But
like me.
I can't stand that shit, dude. It's like, enjoy the fucking show, especially when you're paying fucking $100 to see a band, dude. Enjoy the fucking show. You know that's what fucking kills me, dude.
The fucking Tool show. I mean, they were when Tool came to town. They even noticed anybody who has tickets to tonight's show, please do not bring your phones, or else you're gonna get kicked out. If we see your phone up, they're gonna escort you out, and you're no longer allowed back into the show. And they did that shit.
And people are still doing it.
But it wasn't much. It wasn't many people that did it, but it did fucking ground people were like, hey, I'm gonna watch the show and be in the moment.
You know,
that's funny. What they want them to do.
You know, it's funny. All the shows that I do, because I'm guilty of that shit all the time. That I'm guilty of doing that shit with. I don't even watch the videos anymore. But the shows that I used to go to when I was in my 20s and, you know, when I was younger, I can't forget those shits. Those are, like, it was indelible into my fucking brain. Like, I will never forget my first Wu-Tang concert or Smith & Wesson or a freestyle. Like, I can tell you what I was wearing. I can tell you how the fucking air smelled or just the time and period or where I was, what I was doing. But now... ask me what I saw like a couple weeks ago or last month. Like, I don't even watch the fucking video on my phone anymore. Yeah, but I got it. That's ironic. That's some ironic shit. Like those shows back then when we didn't have this shit.
It was fucking epic.
Like, dude,
it was epic.
I'll never forget that. And the friends I was with, I still talk to today. And we can be like, oh, remember that fucking Unity show where it was Wu-Tang and this, or Wu-Tang and Rage Against the Machine at Rock the Bells. And
oh, shit.
The Melee I saw there is just like, and Cypress Hill was there, and fucking Black Star was there, fucking The Roots, Nas was there, the Licks were there, everybody, even fucking Guru was there. And I just think to myself, like, fuck, I didn't have a camera. I didn't have no fucking Facebook, none of that shit. And I can still, but that show that we went to, the big concert.
The one in Santa Ana?
Yeah.
You don't remember?
Honestly, it's because I was short, so I was like doing this, so I could see the show. Because, I mean, everybody around me was too tall, so.
But you know what? Like, I'm already past that. But the shit I used to see back then, like, wow. It's all in my, you know, when I close my eyes, I'm like, fuck, man.
Dude, I saw somebody at the other show last week FaceTiming themselves and paying attention and, like, singing along. And all these people are fucking commenting. And I saw one on it like, dude, turn the camera on. Let me see the show, you know? But it's like shit like that. Like, dude, you're there for a reason. And it makes me think people only go to shows nowadays just to fucking say they were there.
Yeah.
You know, when we went to go see Slayer, how many fucking empty seats were there? Because most of the people were outside taking pictures with the fucking Slayer banner and all that shit, dude. They weren't even there for the fucking show.
When you posted, I was like, oh, shit, he's at Slayer. You know, like, I get to see it.
Yeah, because I did it mostly because there's people who wanted to go who couldn't afford it. They didn't have the fucking money for it, dude.
But now, it's like, it was one of those stoner moments I had where I had smoked some bud, and I was like, thinking of the concept of fucking Instagram. It's just a frame.
Yeah.
Frame. Everybody's
you're just being recorded.
Everybody's life is a fucking frame.
Yeah.
That you just scroll up. Everybody's different lifestyle.
Yep. And it's not even them. It's not even it's
something else.
It's what they represent them to be or what they think their life should be.
It's a fucking picture.
It's all bullshit.
And you just scroll through it.
Well, like, I have a lot of friends who like go to like Europe and they're fucking the whole time they're fucking taking pictures of everything and posting it. It's like, when the fuck do you have time to enjoy this shit, dude? You know, when I went there, I was taking a bunch of pictures, but I also put my camera away and enjoyed the fucking time.
Yeah.
You know, even at concerts, you know, I love taking pictures, but sometimes I just gotta put the fucking camera down and enjoy the moment.
That's crazy. It's an ill concept,
dude. Like,
this fucking shit.
You would fuck me up though. You know what? Really, like Rick's right. I mean, I gotta fess up to it. I was that guy, but I've been a fan of Massive Attack since 1991. Man.
Oh, they're dope.
They're like everything to me, dude. The Massive Attack's shit, dude. When I first heard Unfinished Symphony, that song, and Unfinished Sympathy. I'm sorry, it fucking fucked me up. It fucked me up. Every piece of music that I ever liked was all in one song, and I never got a chance to see them. They never come to town, and then I got tickets to see them at the Palladium.
Wow.
And that show fucked me up. I started videotaping it, and I'm like, nah, I got, the video screens that they had in there, they were edited by Banksy.
Oh, shit.
The whole message was just fucking nuts, dude. And then I'm just like, I'm putting this fucking phone down, and I'm fucking enjoying this shit, dude. And I did it, dude. I fucking immersed myself in there. You wouldn't want to see this your fucking half of your fucking life, and there you are, motherfucker. Enjoy it.
Yeah, that's
and I fucking enjoyed it. I enjoyed every fucking minute of it. And I knew if I wanted to relive it, I could find it on YouTube because somebody's gonna fucking do it.
Somebody's gonna have it.
They only come to fucking America a handful of times.
That's fucking.
They don't, they don't fucking tour here. But I enjoyed it. And you know what? I found it. I found the whole fucking concert on YouTube. It was in Germany, but it was like the similar set and the same visuals. So if I wanted to, I could go relive it again,
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I had that same feeling when I went to Texas, and it was the day that, it wasn't of the show. It was when just the writers were just painting. And, of course, I got I benched the whole shit. I got all the pictures. I got all the fucking interviews that I was talking about. And then there was just a time, and my girl stayed at the pad. She didn't get to go for whatever reason or another. But it was just a time and point where I had got all the pictures and everything, and it was just, we're all vibing. And I was literally sitting on Skew's on the tailgate of his truck, and I had bought myself like an 18-pack and some chips. And I was literally, I said, put the fucking phone away and just chill. And I was blazing, and I was just eating chips, drinking, just watching them all just fucking burn, dude. And I was like,
living the moment.
Damn. Because I'm a real graph head, anybody who knows me. So I was in my element, and they were just playing music, and everybody was just laughing, just having a good time. And and right now I can see it in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck.
Isn't that crazy how that works, though?
Shit. This is the shit.
Yeah.
And I was just thought to myself, no camera, no nothing. It's just me and just wow. It was a fucking moment. And I'll never forget that shit.
Yeah.
Out of all the pictures I took, but that, never forget.
Yeah, I went to go take pictures of his band, Naked Aggression. They were playing at the bar right around the corner from my house. I'm like, fuck yeah, I love that band. And I went there, and I took all my gear. I took like 2 pictures, and I fucking enjoyed the show the whole time, dude.
That's dope.
I'm like, they're in my backyard, shit, dude.
That's
So,
fucking cool.
like, I love taking pictures, but at the same time, I'm not going to fucking miss the show for it.
Yeah.
Unless I don't like them.
But that's dope, man. That fucking feeling.
Yeah.
And that's hard to come by now because everything's about like putting it on the gram.
Yeah.
But you think about like your poignant moments, of your life that you didn't know that was going to be really important, and you look back at it like, wow, that was dope, or that was, like you wish you would have fucking. I think we need to make it a point to realize that, hey, this is the time and we should enjoy it,
Yeah.
Instead of just fucking just like being at a party and just stuck in a corner and scrolling on your phone. Like, you're out.
Yeah.
You can do that shit at home. You can do that while you're taking a shit, dude,
Just don't, it was trip. I was with my son the other day, and I don't know what movie we were watching or something, and Hellboy. We're watching Hellboy, and he kept saying like, "Daddy, who's that?" And I said, "Hellboy," and he thinks that's it is a cuss word, and he was like, "Hellboy, why are you watching that?" And I was like, "Because it's cool. Check him out." And he was checking him out, and he grabbed a payphone and smashed the monster. And I was like, "Oh!" And he was like, "What's that?" He doesn't know what a payphone is, and I just tripped out. I'm like, "That's a trip." And I also, with that being said, my whole point was like, just remember the time where you had a landline in your phone in your house.
Yeah. Yep.
There's no GPS, no fucking map, but you got to your friend's house, got to the spot, but like, how the fuck did we get there back then and fill a whole, like you said earlier to the point, fill a whole car full of people and then get to a fucking unknown location without any GPS back then? We didn't.
Thomas guide or the fucking map into fucking.
Or somebody knew.
Car,
like, hey, it's going over there off that freeway.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't afford a Thomas guide, so I had all the cutouts of the maps from the fucking phone book. I used to always carry those in my car, dude.
I think we're the last generation that knows how to read a Thomas guide.
It's crazy. And we never, me and my friend, we didn't even have a Thomas, but one guy, he knew a little bit, and I knew about the couple streets, and we'd fucking make it to like a obscure spot to these.
When we worked for AAA, when you dispatch somebody, you give them the page number on the fucking Thomas guide, dude.
It's crazy.
And they would fucking read that
It
shit.
wasn't even the page number. It was like the B6. You know, you gotta go to the line and shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was crazy back then.
Yep.
Getting to a spot and you didn't know where.
Yeah.
So you really had to know your street, especially a house party where how the fuck did we get there?
Well, my dad always taught me like, hey, learn the major streets around your house and then
Yes.
see how far they go.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
Like,
what I was gonna say.
I went to see Sick of It All at some place in Brea, but they were on Imperial. It was on Imperial, right? I don't know how fucking long I went Long Beach Boulevard Imperial and kept fucking driving, dude. We're like, how fucking far is this shit? And then the numbers recycled and all that, dude. And yeah, that was like my first long trip on a fucking car, dude. That was weird, man.
That was like the first stupid way.
Yeah.
You know, because I lived in the South Bay, but I would hang out in Melrose. I was like a Melrose kid. And I learned it by taking the fucking bus.
Yeah.
Because I would take the 40 and go all the way up to like Fairfax. And I knew where I got to Melrose and like, I don't know, La Brea.
Yeah.
Because it went from Hawthorne Boulevard to La Brea and then it went to Melrose. And I was like, oh, Melrose right there. Get off. And I would get off. And then when I was walking, I would see the streets. And then when I got a car, I was like, go that way.
I must be fucking hungry because you said Melrose and La Brea, and I thought of the
Pinks.
not Pinks, but there's a hot wing. This place called a
Hot Wing Cafe.
Yes.
Yeah, on the other side. You go right.
It's on Melrose.
It was past that Aaron Brothers. That place is the shit.
Hell
dude.
yeah,
Are they still
dude.
there?
Yeah, dude.
I met
Is it?
Roddy Piper there one time.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who he was, and I was like on a date at the time. This was like 14 years ago, and then I was like, "Hey," she was like, "What? Don't turn around now." And of course, she fucking turned around. There's Roddy Piper, right there. She's like,
who?
"Oh my god, he's a wrestler." I gotta go say hi. So I just fucking ate real quick, make sure I wasn't fucking dirty, and I was watching his ass, dude, when he was done with his meal. And then I went up to him, I was like, oh, Roddy Piper, dude. Like, God, can I take a picture with you? And he was just happy somebody recognized him.
Oh, shit.
But, dude, I got to meet him at
That's
the Hot
fucking
Wing Cafe.
That's dope, dude.
That's right. That's one of the memes I want to use.
Dude, I'll send you guys the picture later.
Remember he came out and They Live?
Yeah. Oh, what'd he say? I came to chew bubblegum
And kick ass.
Yeah.
But I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yep. It's one of the best fucking. I used that, remember?
Yeah.
I came here to listen to Clika Podcast.
And
It's
kick
an old
ass.
meme.
Dude, that fucking movie was like, it was kind of corny, but so ahead of it.
Dude,
Oh, yeah,
that
dude.
fucking movie is the greatest fucking
Yep.
action movie ever,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
We were trying to watch it one day. And
The only
right
problem with that
now-
movie is it's too goddamn short.
Oh, it's fucking crazy, though, dude. The concept, where the fuck did they get that concept?
It's from some book, actually.
It was 8 o'clock in the morning. That's what it's
Something,
called.
yeah.
That's what it's called. 8 o'clock in the morning.
I gotta check that out.
It's a graphical novel. It's not like a real book. It's like a graphical novel. It's called 8 o'clock in the morning.
And there was a movie, the reason why I watched that one, there was a 80s show called V. Do you guys remember that?
Fuck yeah, I remember V. The final battle, Dick. That's down, dude.
And then that I thought it was kind of connected, but, but
Nah, it's nothing.
almost the reptile people.
Yeah.
See, now I follow shit like that. Back then they had reptile people, and they're talking about it now. I really think there's some shit like that, but that's a different show.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah, that's a different.
It's fucking They Live. I just love that part where he's like, he finally sees it. And he just was like, I figured it'd be something like this. Fuck yeah, that was dope.
And we started with Shepard Fairley, and now we're ending it with him again, Dick.
Yeah.
Obey.
Obey.
Wow, that's some subliminal shit. Look at your phones. I bet you there'll be something on your phone.
Oh, there will
about
be,
that
dude.
Shit.
I started thinking about it once you said it, I'm like, oh shit, I had that meme of him,
Look,
dude.
let's look now. Shit, I'm gonna look.
Just go on your Facebook and then, hey,
Well, I say we end this one.
yeah, let's end it.
No,
It's gonna be a 2-hour podcast.
fuck it. Hey,
And-
the last one of the year.
The last one of the year.
Yeah, dude.
And if you're not here, you're a queer.
Bagomino.
Shout out to Paco and Neo.
Not you.
Nah, but like I want to kind of give a shout out to all of our fucking listeners who stuck it out.
Yeah.
There's a few of you guys out there in the new ones. The new ones, go listen to the old ones.
Shout out to the guest of 2019. Really appreciate all of you guys.
Yeah, we need more guests.
We need more guests. So, you know, if you're interested, if you're a artist or musician or just a fan of music, just hit us up.
Yeah, and shout out to the hip hop culture for all the real heads.
Shout out to Post Malone, Fred Durst,
Hey, you make a shout out.
Cardi
bro.
B.
Come on, go ahead.
I'm good.
No, do it.
Shout out to Tekashi 69 holding it down in prison.
I'm just waiting for 2020.
Why?
New beginnings.
There you go.
Shout out to New Beginnings.
New beginnings and
Yep.
old endings.
Please leave. I'll open the window now. Go.
Bye, babe.
All right.
All right, just so you guys know, in 2019 we have 2,971 downloads.
Hey,
Very good.
It's almost
make-
3,000 in 1 year, dude.
fuck yeah. Let's make it 3,000 more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's make it 10,000 in 2020. Let's make it 20,000 in 2020.
Yeah. 40,000. Because
Okay.
20 plus 20.
So
is 40.
if we get 20,020 listeners in 2020, DJ Hectic's gonna buy you a Lamborghini Murcielago
Dude, we
to
have
every guest.
4,600 fucking listens all time, dude. It's not bad.
That's not bad at
For
all.
62 episodes?
Let's make it more.
Yeah.
Let's have our listeners.
So if we get 46,000 listeners in 2020, Rick's gonna buy you a Lamborghini Murcielago.
Model car.
You know what? Let's make it interactive.
Matchbox.
where They hit us up and they ask us questions and we'll read their name and shit like that. Let's do something cool like that. Let's interact with the listeners.
Yeah, definitely. Send us questions or whatever. And then the other thing, too, that I was talking to Bago about, I want to do reaction videos to the new music and the bands that we talk to.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
we'll fucking do that. We'll be on YouTube a little bit more.
we'll talk about that after the podcast.
Yeah.
Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. But be
Send
nice
us
when you,
videos.
when you don't say, hey, we don't like fucking hectic.
And
Get in line with them.
stay tuned for Convince Me Dick Part 2,
The video version.
the video version of Convince Me Dick.
All right. Suck it.
Later.
You.